Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Bauxite, Arkansas. You have Pottsville Apache football tonight, a battle for first place in the 4A. We are rolling with the Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty pregame show tonight. We appreciate the United States Air Force sponsoring our pregame visit with Coach Brian Rust. I think we might have had some technical difficulties with that pregame visit with Coach Rust, but in a nutshell, what Coach Rust had to say is he really has his players looking forward to this ball game tonight. He has the players fired up and focused. It doesn't feel like that Bauxite really respects the Apaches. You know, Bauxite's got a tremendous tradition of high school football. And what have we been doing football now, 20 years, something like that?
Yeah, about 20 years, Steve. And but you're right, Bauxite, they've been around a long time.
Bauxite is one of those teams that we have seen before. They will run out of a spread formation. Now, unlike what we saw, say Elkins want to do with the ball, they wanted to get the ball in the middle. They ran a lot of middle zone, or it even looks like a kind of a midline option sort of team. That's not the Miners. The Miners want to get outside. They run a lot of jet. They run a lot of motion. With one caveat tonight that we did not know for sure, and we're still not 100% correct or 100% believing, but it doesn't look like the Miner star player who's a major college recruit, number one, Marcus Wembley, it does not look like he'll play tonight. It looks like he may be in concussion protocol.
Well, Steve, we knew he got shook up last week, and so we are thankful that he is okay, and hopefully he'll be able to get on the field, just not this week.
And we will be back with more on the pregame show from Bauxite after this timeout. This is Apache football.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see them do things that will help change the world, that'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
Welcome back to Bauxite, home of the Miners, home of lots of bauxite for the aluminum production facility. This is an old mining community that has kind of been reborn with other industry now. They have a beautiful facility here, with the exception of we're outside. But, I mean, even the likes of Harry Carey and Steve Stone used to broadcast from the bleachers at Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
It's no different than that, right?
Well, it's no different, except maybe a beverage or two.
And, yeah, and we're not talking about Blue Moon or blue cheese.
Well, no. Or ribs.
Ribs.
Yeah.
Or a Cubs fan and a beverage fan or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're looking forward to kind of an interesting tradition as a part of tonight's game. The last thing they'll do here at Bauxite is they will have the calling of the Miners to work. I kind of look at the city of Bauxite maybe as a Arkansas equivalent to the city of Chicago. Speaking of Harry Carey, the city of Chicago is known as the city that works. You know, that's the thing. That I spent about 4 years working in the Chicagoland area, and they take that very seriously. Well, it's the same thing here in Bauxite. They take their tradition of mining and working hard and earning a living from God's earth. They take it very seriously.
Yes, they do.
And we appreciate them having invited us to tonight's ball game. This football field, I understand, is called the Pit, and I understand it's because it is in an old pit mine that they have filled in and reclaimed. In fact, I think they're under where the Bauxite Miner Band has set up. That's some mined bauxite there that we might be looking at. And as we were coming down the road toward the high school, we came past what looked to be some tailings of the mining process. You don't know this, Jim, but one of the things I've kind of started getting into thanks to YouTube videos is there's a group of people that likes to go out and explore old abandoned mines. And I've kind of enjoyed watching those videos and learned a little bit about the mining process. And through that, I have learned to really appreciate just how hard folks work that have made the living and career out of mining.
Wow.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Well, just a little bit. We were talking about bauxite. You know, both of Pam's grandparents, my wife's grandparents, for those that don't know me, but my wife's grandparents, both of them retired from the pits here in Bauxite. And they also made their living very well. They retired from there. They were part of this community when Bauxite was actually a town that now is gone, really. The early mining town that once stood as Bauxite is no longer here. But they still have the community, and it is still growing, and got this wonderful school district, wonderful football facility. But we are here to root on the Pottsville Apaches tonight, Steve.
It is the Miners' homecoming, and I noticed some folks here that celebrated different graduating years, so they've got a nice turnout tonight. Across the way from where we are set up is where the home fans are, and their side of the field pretty much full, Brother Jim.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, Steve, homecoming, it's a big night for the Miners. But we're hoping that Pottsville will sneak in here and get a win tonight, and that's what we're expecting.
And we'll be back with more Pottsville Apache football after this timeout.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache!
Tonight's broadcast of Pottsville Apache football is brought to you by Tyson Valley Distribution Center, Heirloom Legal Services, The Granite Shop, speaking of mining, Roy's Heating and Air, McNeely Plumbing, Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty, and the United States Air Force. Nothing can beat the U.S. Air Force. Well, I guess it's nothing can stop. I'm sorry. What do I know? My dad served in the Navy. But we appreciate the United States Air Force being a part of Pottsville Apache football, along with all the rest of our sponsors tonight. We are hearing the Miners' alma mater is I don't think the Pottsville band made the trip tonight. They may have a contest tomorrow. We were watching them practice earlier today, and boy, those young men and women were working hard on something, that's for sure. And I understand they had a very successful contest weekend last weekend, too, so I don't really expect to see them here tonight. Third overall. That's at any level, right? That's pretty good. Congratulations to the Pottsville Apache Marching Band. Like I say, those young men and those young women work hard. They work just as hard as the football players do during the hot summer, and they're out there working on that rather warm AstroTurf as well. One of my favorite lines about AstroTurf is back in about 1966 when they put in Busch Stadium 2, if you will, in downtown St. Louis. The Cardinals hosted Major League's All-Star game back in '66, and the manager or one of the coaches of the National League team was Hall of Famer Casey Stengel. And it was a typical summer day in downtown St. Louis. And after the game, they asked Casey what he thought of the ballpark, and he sat back for a second, took off his hat, rubbed his hands through his silver hair, and said, "Well, boys, it holds the heat well." And that's certainly what the artificial surfaces do. Now, I don't think the more modern surfaces are quite as bad as what the old AstroTurf used to be. But how did I get off in that area, Jim? What am I even talking about?
Well, we were talking about the AstroTurf, Steve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a little football tonight. What do you feel like as far as key to victory for the Pottsville Apaches tonight?
Well, Steve,
other than score more points than the Miners.
Well, that's obvious. But, Steve, to me, as I shared last week, the offense for the Pottsville Apache is going to go through Miller Mahan, and he's got to have a big game tonight, mistake-free. Our receivers, Jaden Harris, McNeely, all of those guys, they're going to have good hands tonight to catch the ball. Our running backs are going to have to run hard, and so we know that on the offensive side, and we got to run downhill with that running outside. You got to run downhill, run it down their throat, and that's what we need to establish from the get-go. Stay on schedule. 3 yards in a cloud of turf. There you go. But then on the defensive side, man, it is led by number 2, Bo Ade. And Bo Ade has got to have a big game tonight, along with Trip Price. those guys have got to lead the way as the rest of the defensive unit. But Steve, but we got to tackle well. If we tackle well, I think we're going to come away with a W tonight.
It is my understanding that Bo Ade will not play on offense. He'll not be the featured back of the running game tonight. He has one of those bandages on his hand. I guess it's his left hand that, I tend to know it as a club. I don't know what it's really called.
Well, I think that's Price. I think it's
Trip Price. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 8 It's Trip Price.
Yeah.
My mistake. Thank you. Trip has that bandaged up, but that could also maybe enhance some of his defensive playing capability. He may be able to put that club to use tackling someone. Did you ever play with one of those?
Never played with the club. I've played with some bandages before, but not a cast.
Many moons ago, when the Cardinal football team was still in St. Louis, they had an offensive lineman by the name of Conrad Dobler, and he hurt his hand. It was some kind of a sprain, and they had to put the club on it for one game, and that one game turned into 3/4 of the season. He was having so much fun clubbing people with that left hand. So that may be the kind of thing, if we don't need Tripp at running back, he may want to keep that on for a while on the defensive side of things.
Yep.
All right. We have the teams lined up ready to take the field here in Bauxite. The homecoming court is on the field helping the cheerleaders in their call the Miners to work. The Pottsville Apaches also ready to come out on the field. In a situation like this, Jim, do you want to come out before the homecoming team, after, or at the same time?
I think you come out at the same time. I think you just come out at the same time, and we're here to play football, Steve. I mean, it's no disrespect to Bauxite. Great community support, but the Pottsville Apaches came to Bauxite, to Saline County tonight for one thing, and that's to win this football game. And Coach Brian Russ has got this team ready. And so, Steve, it's going to be a good night for football, and I do believe we will leave here with a big W and break some hearts.
And while I have a moment here, I want to take a second to say thank you to Mr. Baxley, who is the athletic director of Bauxite School District, and also head coach Caleb Perry. They were both extremely helpful in preparing for tonight's ball game. Mr. Baxley kind of prepared us for where we were going to need to operate from, so that we'd have lots of equipment and lots of flexibility, and we very much appreciate that. Coach Perry not only got me a roster of his team very early on, he also sent me a late correction of that roster. He was actually sent me a roster correction this morning for a couple of names, and on homecoming weekend he had a lot to do. So this will probably be our only visit to Bauxite this year, and maybe the only visit for a while after realignment. So I want to take a moment and say a sincere thank you from everyone at the Arkansas Sports Network and everyone at the Pottsville School District for making our job a little bit easier.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, we talk about all the athletes, and we've been talking about the effects that the wrestling program, not only in our own school district but across the state. I just got this from Coach Anthony Motes, and he was telling me number 28 for the Miners.
Yep, Kyle Volk.
Yeah, Kyle Volk. He is in the 215 state champion last year, so watch his tackling form. It is nearly perfect. Vogue is his name. So, Coach Motes, thanks for that information tonight, and so we'll be looking out for number 28 for the Bauxite Miners. Maybe we'll run away from him.
All right. Looks like the Pottsville Apaches won the toss, and they have elected to defer. The Bauxite Miners want the football. The Apache captains were Bo Ade along with Colton Cole, and also for the Apaches, Blake Chenoweth as one of the captains for the opening for tonight's game. Again, one of the things we're looking for on the Bauxite side of things, looking to see if number 1 in a black jersey makes an appearance here. He is a major college recruit. He is speed personified, but we don't believe he's going to be available to go for tonight's game. We think he is probably in a concussion protocol. So we are just about ready to kick this game off from Bauxite. We'll come back with more Pottsville Apache football after this 1-minute timeout.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Welcome back to Bauxite. The two teams are out on the field. The call to work for the Miners also brought the Apaches onto the field. What you had was one of the old mining steam whistle sound effects bringing them out to the field. Back in the day, those were actually done with steam whistles as well. You want to find something valuable, find one of those that still works. But here it is most definitely a recorded sound effect, but that had the desired effect on the crowd. They brought their Miners out, and at the same time they hit the field, the Apaches out on the field as well. We are watching Miller Mahan warm up right in front of us. He throws the football much harder and much straighter than I ever thought about. And we will hopefully look forward to him having a fine ball game tonight. Now, we do not have the best of angles on tonight's game, I will tell you, so we appreciate the fine work of Mr. Garcia on the cameras. Ray is working hard up there to give you a very good look at the ball game tonight.
Hey, Steve, one thing I want to say, just to make it clear, all of us from the broadcast booth tonight, we are riding the pine.
We are riding the pine, which is where I spent most of my career.
Wood bleachers here at the home of the Miners.
Will Sutterfield will kick it off from the 40-yard line for the Apaches. Bauxite has a four-man formation deep. Sutterfield's kick is high and short. Going to be fielded at the 35-yard line by Oliver. And we have a penalty flag right at the 35-yard line. Oliver took a knee when he caught it.
I think that's the tee.
Okay, that is the tee. All right, That's what went flying down the field. I say, hard to have a penalty when basically he made a fair catch on the play, isn't it? All right, so we are ready to crank up tonight. Roy's Heating and Air kickoff getting us underway here in Bauxite. Miners will line up in a spread formation. Shelton Murdoch will move from the left to the right. Shotgun quarterback is Elijah Perry. He's quite an athlete. He is a freshman. He does not look like a freshman. He will take the shotgun snap. Apaches in their base defense. They bring Shelton in motion. They're going to go deep on the opening throw, and it is complete at the 20-yard line of Bauxite. Big play on play number one, and Bauxite down to the 29 to the 28-yard line. They'll have a 1st and 10.
Yeah, Sam Richards that time, Steve, he just flew behind that defensive back, and the quarterback threw a dart, Steve, and they are into the big play, and that was it right there.
So 1st and 10, Bauxite actually marked at the 26. Perry takes the snap, avoids one man in the backfield, avoids a second, and then gets swarmed under by a herd of Apaches, a tribe, if you will. Not sure who got in the backfield first. Might have been Trip Price, but I'm not sure. As it is, it's going to be a gain of a yard for the quarterback, Elijah Perry, as he went to the left side. Perry in a shotgun formation again. It's an empty backfield. 4 wide receivers to the right side, 1 wide receiver to the left. Flanker screen is going to be incomplete. Good coverage by the Apaches. Caleb Turek was right there. If the intended receiver, Tyler Atkins, had caught the ball, he was going to get hit immediately.
Yeah, good play by number 14, Turk, that time, Steve. And he was one step away maybe from picking that one off. And if he did, it would be a foot race to the end zone.
Miners send in Cole Witherington. He's also got speed. They like to get it to him on jet sweeps. 3rd down and 9 at the Apache 26 for the Miners. We're just underway in quarter number 1. Perry takes the direct snap, looking over the middle, pumps, now rolls right, has some running room. He's closed out in a hurry, makes one man miss, driven out of bounds on the near sideline inside the 24, near the 23, but it's going to be short of 1st down yardage. Good pursuit by the Apaches. Tate Cobb, I think, got there in a big hurry to try to force him out of bounds.
Yeah, that was Cobb that time, Steve.
Pick up a 5 on the play is going to bring up 4th down and 4, and it looks like the Miners are going to go for it at the Apache 19. This could be a key play right away.
Need a stop here.
Ryan Haskins into the game. He lines up as the tight end on the right side of the formation. The quarterback Elijah Perry in the shotgun. I don't expect him to give up the ball here on 4th and 4. It's at the Apache 19. They're going to call timeout. I don't think they like the defense Pottsville put out there. So timeout on the field. 10:52 to go in quarter number 1. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see and do things that will help change the world. That'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
Big fourth down coming here on Bauxite's opening possession. They hit the one big pass play, and then the Apache defense has bowed up on them deep in their own territory. It's going to be 4th and 4. The ball is going to be on the 19-yard line of the Apaches. And Bauxite did not like the defense that Pottsville lined up in, so their quarterback, Elijah Perry, called timeout, went over to his dad, Caleb Perry, to get a call from the sideline. Doesn't look like Bauxite is like many other spread teams. A lot of spread teams, it's always a check with me at the line. Doesn't look like Bauxite runs that way. They have the play they want now. Their running back in the backfield is going to be Chelton Murdoch. I still expect Perry to keep this football. They've tightened the formation up considerably at the line of scrimmage on 4th and 4. Here we go from the 19. Motion man right to left. Perry back to pass. Looks over the middle, and it's knocked away, and the Apache defense holds.
Yeah, number 40, Tate Cobb, Steve, was there for the Apaches.
So you give up the big play, but no points. Bend but don't break, and that's a big stand by the Apaches there. Good play by Tate Cobb. He did not bite on the run fake. He rolled his coverage with the quarterback and was in the spot to make the play on the ball. Probably just as good as a punt if you're looking at it from the Bauxite side of things. 1st and 10 for the Apaches. They'll start at their own 19 as the Apaches work right to left across your screen. Mahan, the quarterback, takes the snap. Quick screen to the right side is going to be complete up the right sideline across the 25 to the 27-yard line. And you'll have to forgive me. I kind of got boxed out as soon as that play was complete. Looked like it was complete to McNeely.
Yeah, it was, number 33.
And he'll be across the 20 to the 21-yard line, gain of about 2 on the play.
Talked to Landon's mother today at the school, and she was saying number 33 needs to have a big game today.
Well, and I was pretty sure the scoreboard was wrong on that. The ball's at the 24. Pickup was 6. It's 2nd and 4 from the right hash. Mahan back to pass. They come to the near side. This is complete. It's caught by Antoine Collins with speed. He comes up the sideline, crosses the 32 to the 33-yard line. Antoine Collins with a good catch for a first down, brought to you by McNeely Plumbing. And the Apaches are on the move. This drive started at their 19. They're out to their own 33. This kind of looks like the West Coast passing offense, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and it's looking good tonight.
McNeely goes wide to the right. Also on the right side is Collins. Mahan in the shotgun. He's back to pass, rolling right under pressure. Has a man. Complete across the 40, up the far sideline to the 45-yard line. Tate Cobb with a nice catch. Tackle made by Bauxite in the secondary. And I don't have a name or number on the young man who made that play, but it is another 1st and 10 brought to you by McNeely Plumbing for the Apaches. That's 3 straight throws, isn't it?
It is. And so air Apaches tonight, Steve.
I say we're going with the air tee tonight. Again, out of the shotgun, Mahan. He'll take the snap. Looking to his left, has McNeely. Completes it to him at midfield. He's into minor territory, carrying about 5 minors with him to the 48 to the 47-yard line. Nice pickup by the Apaches. Tackle made by the Miners, Braden Ginn. He wears number 8. They'll spot him down at the 44-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play, 2nd and a yard. Miller Mahan is 4 for 4, as Justin Smith, our stat guy tonight, tells me.
Yeah.
Because I have no real way to keep stats. Jaden Harris goes wide to the right. He's got single coverage. This could be interesting. Now back in the Diamond T formation. Option pitch to the right side. Turning the corner on the far side for the Apaches is Antoine Collins. He gets across the 45 to the 44-yard line. That's the first time I remember seeing Antoine as a running back.
It is, Steve, and that's good enough for a Pottsville Apache. McNeely Plumbing, first down.
All right. The Apaches on the roll. This drive started back at the 19. They're into minor territory at the 44. And one of the things Coach Russ did tell me in the United States Air Force pregame show was that he expected Bauxite to come out and basically put 7 men in the box, and if that happened, they were going to throw the ball, and that's exactly what's happened. 1st and 10 Apaches at the +44. Motion man comes right to left. Give it straight ahead. This is the first power play we've seen right straight up the middle across the 44 to the 43-yard line.
I believe that was Tate Cobb, the ball carrier for the Apaches.
I believe it was Cobb lined up at the fullback spot. He picked up 2. 2nd down and 8 coming for the Apaches. Tackle was made by Bauxite's Tyler Stone, and he was the last man that could have made the tackle. If Cobb had got around him, it would have been a foot race to the end zone. 2nd down and 8 for the Apaches at the minor 42. Single back in the backfield. Motion man is right to left, and Mahan keeps it, makes one man miss, crosses the 40 to the 38-yard line. Boy, Mahan is tough to tackle, isn't he?
Oh, he is, Steve. It's hard to find a handle on Miller Mahan. He has such agility when he's going through those big defensive linemen and that defensive linebacker core and the secondary. He's hard to bring down.
Garrett Oliver made the stop. Pickup is about 4 on the play. 3rd down and 3 for the Apaches. Maybe a little closer to 4 from where the yard marker is. Single back in the backfield. Hand straight ahead to the fullback. That's Tate Cobb finding his way to the 35. They're going to mark him right at the 35, but that's going to be about a yard short of first down yardage. Going to bring up 4th and a yard. I would assume you go for this.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Ball is going to be spotted with its nose right at the Bauxite 35. Pottsville actually has to get the ball inside the 34, so maybe a little longer than a yard. That'll be interesting to see if you go power here or do you try to get to the outside. Mahan lines up under center. They split a back out to the right side. Mahan takes it straight ahead. He's got first down yardage inside the 35 to the 34. I say he's got first down yardage. Let's make sure the man whose opinion counts, the man in the black hat, sees the same thing I did. Yeah, that does. In fact, they signal a first down brought to you by McNeely Plumbing. We appreciate Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty bringing you the pregame show tonight from Bauxite. Game is underway now. Pottsville has been running lots of time off the clock in the first quarter. Big defensive stop by the Apaches at the plus 19-yard line after a long throw and catch, and now Pottsville has moved the ball to the Bauxite side of the field. 1st and 10 at the 33 from the left hash. Open field left. Counter coming this direction. Big block out front across the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's Eli Atkins running hard for a pickup of about 4, almost 5.
Yeah, good run by number 24. Eli that time. Steve, he just followed his blockers on that counter, and that's the play we were talking about coming down here. It's one of my favorite. It's kind of like a cross buck or a counter play, but, man, just a great run by number 24 for the Apaches.
Pottsville has it 2nd down. Let's call it 2nd and 6. Short side left, wide side right. That's where the wideout is. Tied in McNeely is on the left side of the formation. They take the snap. Mahan pulls it. He's got running room. He's going to turn the corner at the 45, or excuse me, at the 25. Gets inside the 20, up the sideline, inside the 15. Driven out of bounds just inside the 15, I believe. And it's going to be another Pottsville Apache McNeely Plumbing first down. In fact, they mark him at the 15-yard line. I tell you what, Miller Mahan has got a complete grasp of this offense. You can tell he's not thinking. He's just reacting.
Steve, he is. And you know, I mean, there's football talent and there's football knowledge and there's football savvy, and Miller Mahan has all 3.
As my old coaches used to say, Glenn, you weaken us when you think. Don't think. Miller Mahan is just reacting and making things happen. 1st and 10 Pottsville from the minor 15. Mahan takes it to the left. He's going to keep it. Has running room inside the 15. Gets down close to the 10. He's going to pick up about 4 yards right up the middle. I think that play might have been designed to go outside, but he cut it back in where he saw the hole and picked up the 4 yards that was available to him.
Yep. And once again, it's 2nd and manageable, Steve.
Well, and that's one of the things you were talking about on the way up here. You got to keep things on schedule, on track. You don't want 2nd down and 10.
Right.
2nd down and 12. You need plus yardage plays.
Absolutely. And we were talking about that, trying to keep the ball running. Of course, here, I guess it would be east and west the way this field's laid out, but basically running downhill.
Second down, the Apaches have 6 yards to go for the first down. They have 10 yards for the touchdown. Toss sweep, nice move, turn it up the field inside the 10 to the 5 to the 4-yard line. What a beautiful move from the outside by Eli Atkins to make one man miss and pick up what I believe is he's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, Steve, but he picked up some great yardage that time, and it was set up by number 6, a great block by the wide receiver, Jaden Harris.
You know, one of the things they say is you want your running back to make one man miss, and that's what happened there to pick up plus yards for the Apaches. Third down. The ball is at the 6. They've got to get it inside the 5 for the first down. Harris takes the snap, gives it to the fullback, powering ahead inside the 4 to the 3 to the 2. Tackled at the 2-yard line. Power straight ahead for the Apaches' Tate Cobb, and that's going to be another McNeely Plumbing first down for Pottsville.
Yeah, first and go, and Steve, this offense is looking great tonight in this first series.
The offensive line opening some serious holes there, and then, like I say, the running backs, if they're having to make one man miss, they're able to do it. First and goal to go from the Apaches. They thwarted the first Miner drive, and then they moved the ball from their own 19-yard line down to the 2 for a first and goal. Need to finish this off. We're in the first quarter with 3 minutes to go. Mahan takes the snap, rolls right, cuts it inside to the 2, jumps into the end zone from the 1, and it is a Pottsville Apache Heirloom Legal touchdown.
Great read that time by the QB. Miller Mahan finding that end zone. He followed his blockers, saw an opening, and Steve, like you said, he don't think. He just reacts. Man, what a great play once again by Miller Mahan, number 15.
Thank you for picking up for me there, Jim. Had a little clog in the throat. Point after attempt is blocked. This is the first one we haven't converted in a while. Nice job by the Miners. I believe that was Garrett Oliver who came sprinting through to block the point after.
It was.
So with 2:57 left to go in quarter number 1, the first score of the game, the Pottsville Apaches 6, the Bauxite Miners nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Pottsville 6, Bauxite nothing after the block point after. Now time for the Royce Higgin-Air kickoff after the Pottsville Apache touchdown. Can't tell you how many plays the drive was. We're not in a position where I can really keep a stat sheet, but I can tell you it was an 81-yard drive. You know, my amazing math skills learned at Marshfield High School.
Home of the
Blue Jays.
Home of the Blue Jays.
Yep.
Wonder who they're playing tonight.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to look, unfortunately. Sutterfield with a low-line drive kick, taken at the 10, return up the middle across the 20, the 25, and then stacked up right at the 30-yard line. What a hit by Caleb Stansel. Wow.
Stansel said, hey, I know y'all got called to work a minute ago, but they called me too. And Stansel showed up big that time on special teams. Man, what a tackle by number 25.
Bryce Bearden meet Caleb Stansel right at the 30-yard line on the return. And again, Marcus Wembley, the major college recruit for the Miners, is apparently not available, at least not in the first half. He has not played tonight. Elijah Perry, the freshman quarterback, lines up with Shelton Murdoch behind him. Murdoch's got speed too. Murdoch takes it. He's going to try to get outside. Boy, they turn him back in a hurry, though. Dives across the 30 and may have picked up a yard on the play. But what a good job by the Apaches. Caleb Turek turning that back in a hurry.
Yeah, Caleb came in from that defensive end position that time, and, man, he stayed home, stayed in his lane, and made a great stop for the Apaches.
You talk about keeping outside contained. Boy, Caleb turned the blocker and the running back. Basically no gain on the play, maybe half a yard. Second down and 10. Bauxite has trips to the left. They send a motion man to the left. Here comes the first jet sweep. That's going to lose about 3 yards. Bo Aday coming into the backfield, and he absolutely buried Bryce Bearden for a loss of 3 yards.
Well, Steve, that's our guy right there. He is the leader on this defensive unit. Everybody looks up to him, and, man, there he is coming up big this time.
Pottsville defended that, I think, with a 3-man front, too. Now they walk up a 4th man. Third down and 13 for the Miners. They're at their own 28. Spread formation. Pottsville brings a blitz. Quarterback Perry rolling to the right, and he gets buried back at the 20-yard line. Not only did the blitz come, it got there.
Yeah, number 40, Steve. Who is it? Big Tate Cobb.
Tate Cobb making the play there. And that drive for Bauxite basically lost 10 yards. The Apaches send Jaden Harris back deep to receive the punt. Pottsville putting some speed out on the field in the punt return. Bauxite will send their kicker out on the field. That is Tony Fox, number 13. That's a good name for a kicker. Tony Fox.
Tony Fox.
I like that. Jaden Harris is going to set up right about midfield. The Apaches hoping to get a decent field position here. It's 4th down at about 20. Fox with a good snap, angles the kick to his right, end over end kick, bounces, and takes a Pottsville bounce at the 45 to the 46-yard line. That had backspin on it, just like you hit your chip shots, right, Jim?
Well, exactly, Steve. And but they did a great job. They did a great job keeping away from that football that time.
So Pottsville is going to have the ball, 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. A little bit of confusion as to the exact spot, but the White Hat has it under control.
Yep.
Pottsville with a 6-0 lead, and would you believe the first quarter is almost done?
Wow, 56 seconds left in the first. Wow.
Boy, Pottsville could not have drawn up that first quarter any better. 1st and 10 Apaches at their own 47-yard line. Pottsville with a short field for the offense. Miller under center this time. They give it on the counter, and running room for Collins. He's across midfield into Bauxite territory at the 38 to the 37-yard line. That's going to be another McNeely Plumbing 1st and 10 for the Apaches. Tackle made by Bauxite's Jack Richards, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle. Otherwise, Collins was headed for the house.
Yeah, Collins looked great carrying the ball that time. Steve stayed behind his blockers. The big O-line opened the hole for him, and, man, he was one tackle away from taking that one to the end zone.
This is the Hootens 4A game of the week. Channel 7 out of Little Rock was also here doing their sportscast tonight. Good to see Steve Sullivan again.
Yeah, Channel 11's here as well.
Is KTHV here also?
Yeah.
Pottsville with a give. Blast over the right side inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's going to pick up about 7 yards for the Apaches. 7 yards and a cloud of field turf to the 30-yard line. And that will be the final play of quarter number 1. At the end of the first quarter, Pottsville 6, Bauxite nothing. We're back after this 1-minute timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go, Apache.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
Oh, for Jessica it is.
Hi, Jessica. No, you're fine. Do you want to be on live stream?
We will be, because Maddie's already texted me and said she could hear me.
Okay. Well, y'all come on down. Y'all join the party. It's fun.
We're back at Bauxite, where the Apaches lead this game 6-0, beginning of the second quarter. 2nd down and 3 for Pottsville at the minor 30-yard line. And a give going over the left side inside the 30 to the 28 to the 27-yard line. The handoff went to the Apache running back Tate Cobb. And he's going to be just short of first down yardage, maybe by about the length of the football.
Yeah, with number 5, Trip Price, injured. He is able to play on the defensive side of the ball, but Cobb has come in relief of him, and Steve, he has done a great job filling his shoes.
3rd down and about a yard for the Apaches at the Bauxite 27. Whistles blow before the snap of the ball. I don't see any penalty flags. I wonder if somebody called timeout, or is there a flag, Jim?
There is one over there by Jaden Harris.
Okay, so I wonder if somebody jumped into the neutral zone, perhaps.
About the 30-something yard line. So, yeah.
Penalty is going to be on Pottsville.
Well, that's what the coach's wife, Amy Rush, just said. She said it was on Pottsville. We jumped off sides.
The broadcast,
no.
The broadcaster was in the neutral zone too early.
Yeah, that's all right. Maybe that's it, Steve.
Back up is 5 yards, so it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for Pottsville. That moves it back to the 31 of the Miners. Direct snap to Mahan, back to pass, pump fake right, rolls the pocket to the right, has yards if he wants to run. He does now, gets out of bounds on the near side, may have picked up a yard or two, but he's going to be short of first down yardage. Probably going to be a 4th down at about 4, I would think. What do you do here, Padre?
Hey, Steve, I think we line up and we pick it up, and I think you give Miller Mahan the option to run with it like he did before.
He gave his receivers as much time as he possibly could to clear and get open. And that's probably about the hardest spot for me to see the field on, and I kind of got lucky on my guess. It is, in fact, 4th down and 4.
Well, for those that are watching or listening or watching at home, we're in the corner of the visitors' stands, and so this is not the press box that we're normally in.
Middle of the field's wide open. Bauxite stepped into the neutral zone. Now did Pottsville move to draw him off? They're calling procedure on Pottsville. So the Apaches are going to go back 5 yards here on the illegal procedure. I was getting ready to say, too, if they had gone on a quick count, the middle of the formation was wide open. If Miller May had taken the snap and gone straight ahead, he might have taken it to the house. There was nothing in the middle. I'm not sure what kind of a defense Bauxite had out there, but they had nobody in the middle of the field. Big 4th down coming, 4th down and 9 for the Apaches. Well, from here you just as well go for it, though. If you kick it through the end zone, you don't really gain much of anything. You don't really lose anything either. Single back in the backfield is Tate Cobb. Mahan back to pass, throws it over the middle. It's going to be complete at the 20-yard line. Nice throw and catch. Was that Trip Price?
No, that was
no,
number 6.
Couldn't be. That had to be Jaden Harris.
Yeah, that's who it was, Steve. And we were talking about him needing to have a good game at receiver tonight, and there he is.
Faked the out route, then ran the curl, and when he curled in, Mahan had the football there perfectly on time. The only person who could have caught it did, and Jaden Harris has an Apache McNeely Plumbing 1st down at the 18 of the Miners. Mahan gives it to Cobb. He cuts it back inside between the center and the right guard, picking up yards from the 16 to the 15-yard line. May have even fallen forward to the – nope, they're going to mark him at the 15. Thought he might have got to the 14. Miller Mahan is 5 for 5 in this ballgame. Pottsville leads 6-0. We're coming up on 10 minutes to go in quarter number 2. The Apaches looking for more with a 2nd and 7 at the Bauxite 15. Motion man right to left. Power up the middle at the 5 to the 2 to the 1. Going right straight ahead on the carry for the Apaches.
It's Cobb.
That was Cobb, the ball carrier. They call him down at the 4, but that is going to be another McNeely Plumbing 1st and 10 for Pottsville, and now it's 1st and goal to go from the 4.
Well, Steve, man, this Pottsville football team has showed up ready to play tonight, and this is how we looked last week, and we were focused, ready to play. We just can't let up off the gas, man, because these Miners are explosive, and they can come back quickly.
Pottsville with a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Mahan calls a timeout. He saw something he did not like, and let's be sure. Timeout on the field with 9:27 to play in the second quarter. Pottsville 6, Bauxite nothing. Back in 30 seconds.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it, because first is who we are.
Pottsville leading the Bauxite Miners 6-0. Good time of the year to play a little golf, isn't it, Brother Jim?
Yeah, Steve, it is. And we want to give a shout-out to the Pottsville High School golf team, 4A district champs, who will travel to Brooklyn on Tuesday to play in the state tournament. Seniors Wesley Scroggins and Gabe Mathis, and sophomore J.C. Jones and Jackson Bowden. And also a special happy birthday to Connie Sorrells. She is the wife of the late Coach Charlie Sorrells. Today's her birthday, so happy birthday.
First and goal to go from the 4. Mahan gives it to Cobb. Big hole over the right side. He's into the end zone, I think. Nobody signaled touchdown yet, though.
Well, Pottsville Apaches are saying touchdown, but I haven't seen one of the officials.
Okay, the official, the right side linesman, puts his foot down right at the goal line. I don't think you could have fit a hamburger patty between his shoe and the goal.
Either that or a chip.
A nacho chip.
With dip on it.
With dip. Well, the dip would have put it in the end zone.
Maybe Salsa would have got it.
Second and goal to go from the 1. Mahan under center, takes the snap, follows his center over the right side. And is that not into the end zone?
Oh.
How far do you have to get the ball into the end zone here? There's no way in the world they stop that.
No.
Well, they're going to say no gain on the play, even though Miller Mahan clearly went forward. Third and goal to go from the 1 with 8:19 to go in quarter number 2. Pottsville's offensive line taking some wide splits here. Mahan has some places to run. They give it to Cobb. This time he runs all the way to the back of the end zone, and they do say touchdown, Pottsville. Tate Cobb inside, some really good blocking by the interior of the Apache offensive line. So we'll see what Coach Russ wants to do here. I would assume they'll go for 2.
I think they will, Steve, and try to make it a 2-touchdown ball game.
Currently 12-0, Pottsville with the lead after the heirloom legal touchdown by the Apaches. McNeely splits out wide to the left. Slot man to the left side is Antoine Collins. 2-point conversion play, and Pottsville jumps off sides. No, we caught a timeout. Ooh. We might have caught a break there, Brother Jim.
Yeah, I think we did, Steve.
So timeout called by the Miners with 8:09 left to go in the second quarter. Pottsville 12, Bauxite nothing. We're back in 30 seconds.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
So from the bleachers at Fenway Park, they're wood. I've been there.
Where's the Albie or the is it Ivy? It's Ivy.
Yeah, that's at Wrigley.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I'm sorry.
That's at Wrigley.
God forgive me.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
So the Apaches have a 12-0 lead in Bauxite with 8:09 left to go in the second quarter. The Apaches are going for 2 here. Kind of curious if we change plays. We did change formation. Mahan takes the snap. Starts right, rolls left, has a man and overthrows McNeely in the end zone. Mahan under pressure there, though, had to throw it a little bit sooner than he wanted to, and the 2-point conversion fails. So with 8:09 left to go, quarter number 2, Pottsville 12, Bauxite nothing. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see and do things that will help change the world. That'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
Okay, Brother Jim, I'm calling for it here. I want to see an onside kick by the Apaches. Pottsville's defense has really kept Bauxite in a box, if you'll pardon a really poor pun. I've been waiting for that the whole night, by the way.
Oh, well.
So Actually, you probably won't see an onside kick, but that was the best way I could think of to work that pun in.
Well, we just don't want to see them climb out of the pit.
There you go.
Dun-dun-dun.
There you go. I like that. $1 million work comedians and Apache fans get us. Sutterfield on the run-up, low line drive kick. Boy, he is so good at that. Bauxite will field it at the 10, return up the right side across the 15 to the 20, to the 25, the 30, out to near the 40-yard line before being driven out of bounds, I think just short of the 40-yard line on the Rory's Heating and Air kickoff tonight.
Bryce Bearden, man, he's got some wheels for the Miners.
He does. And that's what has to scare you. I mean, Pottsville has pretty much controlled this whole ball game, but the Miners can strike so quickly.
Well, Steve, we saw that their first play from the line of scrimmage was about a 60-yard pass play. And so they can hook up very quickly. So we got to stay in the ball game.
Elijah Perry, the quarterback, they're going to give it to the running back Murdoch. He's up the right side. He's into the secondary and driven out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Good speed by the Apaches to track that play down, but another big hitting first down by the Miners, and that's what I was talking about. Boy, they can hit something in a hurry.
Well, that definitely was quick hitting, and I think we definitely had some misalignment on that play on the defensive side of the ball, but we recovered, and Eli saved a touchdown. At
the 25-yard line, give is to the fullback. He crosses the 23 to the 22-yard line. That's Austin Glover, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 22-yard line. I believe that was Caleb Stansel who made the tackle after a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 Miners. They're at the Apache 20-yard line. Quarterback Perry keeps it. He gets up the right hash inside the 16 to the 15-yard line. And you can just see Bauxite's playing much more intensely this possession. Now, the Apaches got to get somebody off the field. They've got 12 guys on right now.
Let's go defense! Come on!
Well, Bauxite's making a substitution as well, so there'll be time. Plenty of time on the play clock, about 20 seconds. 3rd down and a yard for the Miners. Elijah Perry, the quarterback, in a shotgun formation, gives it to Haskins. Haskins turns the corner, gets inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Somebody woke up the Miner offense, didn't they?
Well, Steve, they did.
That's going to be a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal to go from the 5. And the Apache defense seems to be lacking a little bit on intensity this possession. Miners go in a hurry up. Perry, the quarterback, it's an empty backfield. He's going to keep it himself. Gets hit in the backfield, falls forward inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Perry not easy to tackle. Good play by Pottsville's Caleb Stansel to knock him down. Got down to about the 3-yard line. Perry showing good balance there. And I think we're going to have a timeout called by, is it called by Bauxite again? Or did Pottsville call it? Nonetheless, timeout on the field. 6:28 to go in the second. Pottsville 12, Miners nothing. Back in 30 seconds.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
This is by far and away Bauxite's best drive. They have moved the ball down to the Apache 3rd. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. That timeout was taken by Bauxite. They're now out of timeouts in the first half with 6:28 to play. That may come back to haunt them. And even without their college recruit, Marcus Wembley, this Miner team can still strike from a long way out. They hit open field, and boy, they're gone in a hurry. Both teams back on the field now after the timeout. 2nd and goal to go from the 3. Pottsville leads this game 12-0. Bauxite with a very unusual formation. It's kind of an offset pistol. They snap it. Fullback carries it ahead. Fumble! Ball is loose. Now who came up with it? Looks like Bauxite got it back.
Wow.
But the Apaches stopped the running back. That's Walt Duncan. And that play is going to lose a yard back to the 4. Now they say it's 4th and goal from the 3, so we gained a down there somewhere. Can you see the down marker? Down marker says 3rd. Scoreboard says 4th. I think it is 3rd. So 3rd and goal to go for the Miners from the 4. They're going to try to turn the corner. Nice cutback by Chelton Murdoch, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown from 3 yards out. Boy, the Apaches had a chance when that ball came loose. Couldn't quite dive on it first. And the Miners finish off the drive with the touchdown.
Number 3 for the Pottsville Apaches is in, and that's Draxton
Mediano.
Yeah, and he's in. He's going to be trying to block this, Steve, and that's what we need.
Jordan Young will attempt the point after touchdown. Bauxite's got to make some player changes, but they've got time. Play clock is down to 9, still plenty of time. The holder is Garrett Oliver. He gets the snap down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. 5:49 left to go in the first half. Your new score, Pottsville 12, the Miners 7. We're back in 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache.
Well, you knew Bauxite wasn't just going to go into a corner and sulk. They have moved the ball into the end zone. Their point after touchdown conversion was good, and Pottsville's lead has been cut to 12-7 with 5:49 to go in quarter number 2.
Yeah, Steve, you know, this is their homecoming, and they were getting embarrassed that first quarter and the start of the second quarter, so they have come to life, and so our defense, man, we got to play. Our offense, we got to continue to do what we're doing, but we've got a ball game here in the pit tonight.
Roy's Heating and Air kickoff by the Miners. Jordan Young will handle the kicking. Young does not waste a lot of time. He comes on the run up. High short kick coming to the near side. That takes a bounce and goes out of bounds. Smart play by Antoine Collins to let that go out of play. And Pottsville will take over 1st and 10 at their 35 if they wish. And they do.
Yeah. Going to take it at the 35. Steve, I want to give a shout-out. We've got some people watching tonight at home there in Pottsville. But Benny Harris and LaVelle are watching their grandson, Jaden Harris, play. So, Mr. Benny, hope you're doing well. Miss LaVelle, God bless y'all, and go Apaches. Hopefully we'll bring a win back to Pope County tonight.
Jaden Harris made a really big catch on a long 4th down play, too. Keep one of the Apache touchdown drives alive. Pottsville leads it 12-7 with 5:47 to go in quarter number 2. The Apaches will move Harris from the right side of the formation to the left. Now some confusion on the formation. Play clock hasn't even started yet, so we're fine. Out of the pistol. Mahan takes it. Flanker screen complete to Harris. He tries to make one man miss, and he gets dropped for a loss of a yard. That play took too long to develop.
It did, Steve, and they read that one from the get-go.
Yep.
But those slow developing plays, like Steve, we've talked about it all year. If it's slow developing, it's hard for us to recover from those.
That defense showed quickness there. That play actually, even though it was complete, lost a yard. Back to the 34-yard line.
But it's still a completion. 6 of 6 for Miller Mahan.
Slot to the right, tight end also on that side of the formation. One wide out to the left. From the right hash, Mahan gives it straight ahead across the 35 to the 37. Tate Cobb, the ball carrier. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. And this is what we were talking about as far as getting behind schedule. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
Yep. And actually that's 6 for 7 because the one miss pass for the 2-point conversion. But still a great ball game tonight by Miller Mahan, number 15.
Well, one thing you really don't want to do if you're Pottsville is go 3 and out and give it right back to a hot offense. Got to pick up a 3rd down and 8, maybe closer to 7 to do it from their own 37. Mahan on the option, reads keep, turns it upfield, crosses the 40, Gets hit at the 45-yard line, driven back to the 43, then recovered to the 44. But that's going to bring up 4th down and long, but you're near the 45. It's going to be 4th down and about 3. And I see no punting team coming on the field. Looks like Pottsville's going to go for this. And I will tell you right off the bat, I like the call. Keep the ball in your offense's hand if you can.
Yep.
So far, you've been able to rely on Miller Mahan picking up. It's going to be 4th down. Scoreboard says a yard. Looks more like a yard and a half, maybe 2 to me.
Yeah, Steve, look for the hard count, too, to see if we can get them to jump.
Big 4th down play coming here, we think. Mahan up under center. Take Cobb to back in the backfield. Motion man, they give it to Cobb straight ahead. He gets in across the 45 to the 46. Let's see where the official marks it. This is going to be close.
It's going to be real close. Of course, Bauxite saying no.
Not exactly a favorable spot. They're going to say Bauxite held.
Oh, wow.
Not the best of spot that time. I thought Cobb might have got a little further than that. Needed, though, to get the ball across the 45 and did not. So Bauxite's defense holds. They've got momentum squarely on their side of the field. Pottsville leads at 12-7 with 3:39 to go in the quarter. Elijah Perry leads the offense out on the field. And I say they did not get a favorable spot. I have the worst angle in the world on that. The official had a much better look at it. Pottsville showing single coverage again all over the field. Now they have 2 safeties back to help deep if needed. Handoff is going to be to Chelton. Chelton Murdoch gets across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Minimal gain on that play. 2nd down and almost 9 coming. And Pottsville playing cover 2. They've got 2 deep players in the secondary. They stay with that formation. Trips to the left side is going to force single coverage somewhere. Pottsville comes on a blitz. Quick pass to the right side, and Pottsville is there waiting on that one. Making the initial hit was Colton Cole, and then the entire linebacking and secondary crew came up to close. That play, where are they going to give him forward progress to? We're going to give him forward progress to the 43-yard line. He never got to the 43.
Wow.
Oh, boy. 3rd down and 7.
Huh. Keegan Jones was also in on the stop that time, along with Colton Cole.
I don't think he even got to the 44. Bauxite will have it. 3rd down and long. 3rd down and about 8. Motion man right to left. Jet coming to the right side. Tony Fox, the ball carrier, and a good tackle at the 42. Bo Ade with the stop. That's going to be about 6 yards short of the 1st down. Now is it Bauxite's turn to roll the dice. Again, from this field position, it's probably just as well that you go for it.
Yep.
4th and 6. Bauxite likes that jet sweep. I wonder if they'll come with it again, although they've had really good luck with Murdoch carrying the ball. Murdoch is to the quarterback Perry's right. On 4th and 6, Perry takes it back to pass. Pass over the middle, knocked away and intercepted. Return across the 30 to the near side, the 35. That's at the 50 into Bauxite territory. Down to the 40 to the 29-yard line. Pottsville Apaches, Eli Atkins with the pick on the tip drill, and the Apaches flip the field on the interception.
Steve, that's exactly what we needed. You talking about momentum shift? Listen, when they stopped us on 4th down, all the momentum went over to the Bauxite side. But now with that pick by Eli Atkins, the Big Mo is back on the Apache side.
I want to say that might have been Kagan Jones that came in from out of nowhere to knock it away. And then the tip drill, the Apaches come up with the football. We have a Bauxite player who's down. We hope he's not hurt. He is up for the Apaches. That's Noah Adams, who is trying to chase the play down from behind, showing good hustle. He's up and walking around but limping noticeably, so I think Coach Perry's going to bring him to the sideline. Bauxite's pretty deep on those interior defensive linemen.
They've got some guys that look like football players. I'll just leave it at
Yeah, they definitely pass the eye test on the line, don't they?
They do, Steve. Wow.
So after all that excitement, the Apaches have the first turnover of the game, thwarting a minor drive that could have tied the game or given Bauxite the lead. Now Pottsville takes over 1st and 10 at the minor 38-yard line with 1:58 to go in the second. Pottsville in the diamond T formation. They bring the motion man from right to left. Toss sweep coming to the near side. Collins is met in the backfield. Good play by Bauxite's Garrett Oliver. Nobody blocked him, and he met Collins just as he turned the ball up the field. Somebody missed a blocking assignment there. Oliver with a play. Got back to the line of scrimmage, not much else. Bauxite's defense has picked up their intensity also.
Well, Steve, they have, and
Jaden Harris goes wide to the left. Tate Cobb the back in the backfield. Miller Mahan under center. They take the snap. Mahan pulls it out, keeps it, turns it back inside, makes one man miss, fights his way down to the 35 to the 34 before numerous black shirts come up and make the hit. Garrett Oliver again making the initial hit, and Bauxite has made some defensive adjustment because now the holes that had been opening are no longer there. Pick up a 5 on the play, 3rd down and 5, under a minute to go. Bauxite cannot stop the clock, by the way. They have used up all of their timeouts. Mahan up under center at the 35. On the 3rd down and 5, Mahan back to pass, looking, throws it to the right side, has McNeely. Did he bring it in? He did. That's going to be a 1st down for the Pottsville Apaches. A McNeely plumbing 1st down and a circus catch by McNeely in the secondary. What a good catch by Landon.
Yeah, those guys, we appreciate Ray with the camera, but as you can watch at home, McNeely was falling down when he made that catch, but a good catch by number 33, Landon McNeely.
1st and 10 for the Apaches. It's going to be Mahan turning it inside the 10, gets down to the 8, maybe the 6-yard line. Pottsville does have a couple of timeouts, and they will use one here. 23 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Boy, this would be a big momentum swing if Pottsville can pound this into the end zone. They'll have a 2nd down and goal to go, I believe. It'll be 2nd down. No, not goal to go. 2nd and 5 with the ball on the 6 when we return after this 30-second timeout.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
Welcome back to Bauxite. The Pottsville Apaches lead at 12-7. They want more after the interception. They have a 2nd down and 5 with the ball at the 9-yard line as new hardware is detected in our broadcast. 2nd down and 5 from the 9. The Apaches can get a 1st down without scoring. They do have 1 timeout left, so you probably have 3 plays here at the most. Mahan directing traffic. Play clock has not started. Now Mahan will take the snap, rolls to the right, cuts it back inside at the 2 to the 1, in the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsville! Heirloom Legal with another touchdown for the Apaches, and that was a big one. Boy, you talk about turning momentum in the game back to the black and gold side of the field. The interception, and then Pottsville able to power the ball into the end zone. The Apaches will send Will Sutterfield out to attempt a point after. Caleb Turek is the holder. It's 18-7 at the moment. Snap is good. The hold is good. Kick is through the middle of the uprights, and it is good as well. Big score there by the Apaches. 17 seconds left to go in the half. Pottsville 19, the Miners 7, back in 30 seconds.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
Roy's Heating and Air kickoff coming after the Pottsville Apache heirloom legal touchdown. Pottsville leads at 19-7. I got to thinking about that interception that the Apaches made, and I think maybe Coach Kaufman's defense might have taken advantage of the freshman quarterback there. I think Pottsville's coverage, they showed straight cover 2. I think it was a Tampa 2. I think they dropped a man in the middle. The quarterback never saw him, and that was that middleman that was able to knock the ball away that the Apaches eventually ended up intercepting on the tip drill. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, Steve, and you'd mentioned his name. I believe Keegan Jones is the one that got a hand on that.
Yep.
And then Eli Atkins come up big with that Oski, that pick.
Low line drive kick. Sutterfield gets a very favorable bounce, picked up by the Miners. Return across the 34. I'm not sure he got to the 34-yard line. Good coverage by the Apaches. Jack Richards brought the ball back. Apaches make the stop.
Yeah, I believe that was 25, Caleb Stansel, hustling on special teams.
Well, we've called Caleb's name a bunch tonight, haven't we?
We have, Steve. Number 25 is playing good. Just saw Mom and Dad walk that way just a minute ago with a smile on their face.
So the Apaches are going to drop 3. This is umbrella coverage. Ball is at the 32. The coverage picks up at about midfield. Bauxite does not have a timeout. They burned through those early in the second quarter. And the play clock has been reset, which is the right call. It should have been reset. The clock operator now got it. 1st and 10, Bauxite at their own 32. So basically it's 1st and 68. Quarterback Perry back to pass. Blitz coming. He's surrounded and is going to get sacked at the 36-yard line. Bauxite cannot stop the clock, so that will be your halftime score. At the end of 2 quarters, Pottsville leading Bauxite 19-7. We're back after this 2-minute timeout with more Pottsville Apache football and the Granite Shop halftime show.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see them do things that will help change the world, that'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache!
We are at the beginning of the Granite Shop halftime show on Pottsville Apache football. The Apaches on the road leading the Bauxite Miners 19-7. The Apaches with 3 touchdowns in that first half. They converted on the last point after touchdown. I'm going to be a little bit lax on statistics here because we're working from the bleacher seats tonight, which has given us a great perspective on the game and given you lots of color in the broadcast from the fans around us, but don't really have a place I can keep a stat sheet. I can tell you that the Apaches were able to hold on the first possession of the game by the Miners. Bauxite hit a long pass that moved the ball into Pottsville territory to about the 19-yard line. and then able to gain almost nothing after that as the Apaches took over on downs. On the ensuing possession, Pottsville moved the ball all the way down the field, ate up almost all of quarter number 1, powered it into the end zone, and the point after was blocked, but that still left Pottsville with a 6-0 lead. The Apaches' next possession also able to move, not quite as long a drive, but still taking a lot of time off the clock, getting the ball into the end zone. Pottsville went for 2. They had the play in the back of the end zone, but a good play by the coverage team of Bauxite forced Miller Mahan to throw the ball a little sooner than he wanted to. So the 2-point conversion fails. That left it a Pottsville lead of 12-0. Bauxite again with that big play offense. The first play from scrimmage, they moved the ball. Well, they really flipped the field, moved it basically from their own 28-yard line all the way down to the Apache 13 in one play. Then they were able to move the ball into the end zone. Their point after touchdown was good, and momentum was certainly on the side of Bauxite as they closed to within a 12-7 score. Momentum especially on the Bauxite side of the field on the next possession. Pottsville went 4 and out. The Apaches going for it on 4th down came up about the length of the football short. Bauxite had the ball back. Then it was the turn of the Apache defense to bow up and play strong. And I still say the coverage was disguised by the Apaches. They showed a look of cover 2. Bauxite is starting a freshman quarterback, and my guess is he probably has not seen a lot of Tampa 2 coverage where you drop a linebacker back into the middle of the cover 2 umbrella. The weakness in straight cover 2 is right over the middle, and that's where quarterbacks are taught to look if that's your read. Well, with the Tampa 2, you drop a linebacker back late. That linebacker for the Apaches drew the throw, knocked it away. The Apaches came up with the interception, returned it to the Bauxite side of the field, and the Apaches able to move the ball into the end zone with about 23 seconds left to go in the first half. The point after touchdown was drilled, and Pottsville leads it 19-7 on the Granite Shop halftime show. Granite Shop, that's appropriate for being in Bauxite, don't you think, Brother Jim?
It is. It'd be really good if it was the Bauxite. If it was the Bauxite shop.
Yep. What do you think of the first half so far?
Well, Steve, we've got 3 scores. Miller Mahan punched 2 of them in running, and then big number 40, Tate Cobb, who is been serving as the backup fullback, but in the absence of Trip Price, has showed up the last 2 weeks. He scored one of the touchdowns. Steve, so our offense has been doing what we need to do. Defense, we gave up some big plays, and we thought the Miners were going to get right back in this thing. And lo and behold, we bent a little bit, but we didn't break. We got that interception. That set up that last touchdown. We got to continue to play with that kind of intensity, and we will leave Saline County with the win tonight if we'll do that.
Justin Smith, our broadcast producer and field engineer, points out that the Pottsville Apaches will get the football to begin the second half, so you might be able to pull that double where you score a touchdown on the final possession of the first half and then have an opportunity to consolidate that touchdown and go up by even more. Pottsville already leading 19-7, so as we continue on the Granite Shop halftime show, that first possession by the Apaches in quarter number 3 is going to be a big deal.
Yeah, Steve, it is, and so we got to come out with that intensity. Miller Mahan playing just a great game tonight. Steve, he kind of picked up where he left off last week, and so, man, what a great first half of football, though, man. And I'm telling you what, and it's even fun, as you said, we are surrounded by Pottsville Apache fans, and, man, these guys are good. And this gentleman behind me is eating some popcorn that smells very, very good. And look, well, thank you, sir. Well, no, I'm good. But, hey, after I get off there, I might get some from you. But thank you so much. Tell me your name. Brian? Brian, it's good having you, and thank you. He's wearing his Pottsville colors tonight. And so, but, Steve, what a great night of football here in the pit.
Been trying to get the attention of my coworker Jessica Vick over here, who's sitting by us.
Yeah, Jessica.
Been trying to get her. I've been trying to get her to go down there and get me a pretzel, but I haven't had any luck so far. So Pottsville leads it by a score of 19-7. We are on the Granite Shop halftime show. We'll come back to Bauxite in a matter of a few minutes. For my broadcast partner Jim Huffman, I'm Stephen Glenn. So long for just a little while. Welcome back to the mining capital of Central Arkansas, Bauxite, home of the Miners, where the Pottsville Apaches are doing their best to spoil the Miners' homecoming. They lead this game at the half by a score of 19-7. That last interception and touchdown drive by Pottsville was big. That really moved momentum back to the Apache side of the field. And now add to the fact that Pottsville will get the ball back to begin quarter number 3. Boy, that could be a big deal. Hey, we appreciate you joining us on the Granite Shop halftime program. As a matter of fact, I'm Stephen Glenn. I want to take a second to say thank you to all of our fine sponsors: Tyson Valley Distribution Center, Heirloom Legal Services, The Granite Shop, Roy's Heating and Air, McNeely Plumbing, Tyler Riley of River Valley Realty, and the United States Air Force. Well, that's a good option for young men and women coming out of school, too. I had a couple of friends that went the Air Force route. One of them, I think I've talked with him about him before. He really got a sweet deal from the United States Air Force, and, boy, he certainly made the right decision there. All right, Pottsville Apaches are back out onto the field. The officiating crew is out on the field as well. And this has been a very well-officiated game. You've heard me talk about the officials, almost none. And that's kind of the way officials are supposed to be, you know. They just make the right call and keep on going. Even when the calls have gone against Pottsville, I really couldn't complain about them. Well, I kind of did on one, but in all honesty, the spot was probably a good one. I'm sitting here at the worst possible angle for something like that. We'll come back and kick off quarter number 3 when we return to Bauxite. Pottsville leads at 19-7. We're back after this 1-minute timeout.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see and do things that will help change the world. That'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
I don't know if we'll have Bauxite on the schedule again anytime real soon or not, but if you get the opportunity, it's a really good place to watch a football game from. The pit is really cozy to the field. I mean, both sides, you're really right up close to the field, but yet you're still at an angle that you have a very good look at what's going on. And the food they serve here just looks absolutely wonderful. I mean, they've got pretzels that look delicious. We had some nachos just walk by us that look pretty good. We've seen some snow cones. Boy, they got lots of flavoring on those snow cones, too. Yeah, well, they got a food truck down there. Yeah, that looks good. Hey, listen, if you want to know what food to get, go find the fat broadcaster, and he or she will always be able to tell you what the best thing on the menu is. In fact, we had to talk about that at halftime at some of the places that we have eaten at ball games around the state of Arkansas. We kind of limited the discussion to places where we don't go anymore. We kind of feel like the best nachos that we have had that we haven't been to and won't since they've moved up is probably, I want to say it was Prairie Grove that had the barbecue nachos in the press box, and those were just out of this world good. Waldron, they're still 4A, but not in our conference. Brother Jim said something about something I'd forgotten. They had some egg rolls that were really, really good. So we need to talk to Coach Johnson and Coach Rust about scheduling the Bulldogs again. I mean, it's not about wins or losses. It's about feeding the broadcast crew, right? That's what's important. Well, it's halftime. The Miners a little bit late getting back out of the field, so they put a couple of more minutes back on the clock. That's very common. We see that a lot these days. So we will tell you that Pottsville leads the Miners 19-7. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout with more Pottsville Apache football.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache!
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
We are ready for quarter number 3. The Pottsville Apaches will line up deep. The Apaches will send Kagan Jones and Antoine Collins back deep to receive the kick. And I still think it was Jones that knocked away the ball that Eli Atkins ended up intercepting late in the second quarter. That not only helped preserve the Apache lead, also set up the touchdown that Pottsville scored at the end of the second quarter. Now, Pottsville is actually lining up most of their return team within about 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Coach Russ smells a rat here, and I understand. I would not at all be surprised to see Bauxite try an onside kick or some other kind of trickeration here. And we have 9 guys lined up within 15 yards of the kicking zone, and a lot of them handle the ball very, very well. Eli Atkins is up close, Landon McNeely, Logan Tatro, some hands guys are up close, including Caleb Turek. So Bauxite may do well to kick the ball deep. If they onside kick it, Pottsville is ready. Here comes the kicker, Young. And his kick is high. It is short. Going back and fielding the ball for the Apaches, Caleb Stansel. He's got a good middle return going. Crosses the 45 to the 47-yard line. Nice over-the-shoulder catch by Stansel and a good return. He's tackled by Evan Myers, number 33, but the Apaches are going to have very good field position.
Yeah, Steve, we've been talking about Stansel tonight. That's a great return for number 25 for the Apaches. Steve, I want to give a shout-out tonight. I have a brand-new granddaughter that was born this past week, and we want to keep her in our prayers. But we want to, her dad, Chris Keith, my son-in-law, is watching tonight. So, Chris, glad you're tuning in, and please know we're all praying for Joy, Kate, and all the family.
1st and 10 Apaches. Quarterback keeps it, follows the lead blocker, the fullback, across the midfield. Good job by Pottsville's Miller Mahan getting into Bauxite territory. Kind of an interesting play there. The fullback comes through as a lead blocker. Mahan hesitates a second, then follows through the hole he creates and picks up 5 yards into Bauxite territory at the 48.
Yeah, just good football vision for number 15. And, you know, Steve, we picked up a few yards on that, and once again, we're staying on schedule.
Cade Lackey with a big block on that play on the right side for Pottsville. 2nd down and 5. Pottsville leads at 19-7. This is the initial possession of quarter number 3. Motion man comes right to left. It's going to be Mahan turning it inside. Gets down close to the 45, maybe the 44. He's going to be close to first down yardage, but I think a couple of yards short. It's going to be 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2. Very manageable, and once again, just good running by our quarterback, Miller Mahan.
Your fullback, Tate Cobb, is on the field. Wouldn't surprise me if they don't give him the ball going straight ahead, but we shall see. Cobb is going to be the single back in the backfield. We have slot formation to the right side. Mahan under center. They toss sweep to the right side inside the 45, down to the 40 to the 39-yard line. Nice toss sweep by the Pottsville Apaches, Eli Atkins, and I believe that's going to be very close to, if not an heirloom legal first down.
Yeah, we got a hanky on the middle of the field.
There is a penalty flag, and he may get Pottsville for an illegal block. Yeah, they're going to say holding on the Apaches.
It's a spot foul, so where did it happen?
Well, 10 yards from the spot. They're going to move it back to the Apache side of the field. And I think I may have seen the hold because I thought I saw a Miner coming across in pursuit, and he basically got turned almost immediately. I didn't see who committed the hold, but I think the penalty was certainly legit. So 3rd and 10, ball back at the Apache 46. They empty the backfield. Blitz coming, screen pass. Now Bauxite played that really well. That was the right call, but a really good play by the Miners. Tyler Atkins stopped that for a loss of 3 or 4 on the play. That was a good call, but the execution left a little bit to be desired.
Yep.
That's a good call there on the screen, but you have to slow the rush down just a little bit. Well, Pottsville's going to line up for their first punt of the night. Back deep to receive the kick is going to be Garrett Oliver. He's played a good game for the Miners. Bauxite really needed to get a stop there, and they did. Pottsville will hit the ball out about the 33-yard line. Good snap. Kick is on the way. Angled to the near side. Takes an Apache bounce. Rolls really deep. Is that going to make the end zone, or is it going to die short of it? Pottsville's going to down the ball out about the 3-yard line.
Wow.
What a boot.
You talking about flipping the field, Steve.
57-yard kick? Did I add that right? 57 yards on the Pottsville kick.
I believe you're right, man. You talking about flipping the field, Steve. That time big number 11 for the Pottsville Apaches came through.
Nice boot by Antoine Collins. So that's going to pin the Miners deep in their own territory. They'll start at their own 5-yard line. Good hustle down the field to down that ball. I regret I did not see who made the play to keep it from going in the end zone. Reverse coming on the right side. They fake the double reverse, and they give the ball to Chelton Murdoch. He has plus yardage across the 6 to the 7-yard line. Picked up about 2, maybe not that much. 2nd and 9 coming. A lot of misdirection on that play, but Pottsville did a good job staying at home.
Yeah, and the Miners are playing a little bit of hurry-up, too, or trying to.
Well, they had some success with this in the first half on their first touchdown drive. Now they slow things down a little bit. 9 minutes to go in quarter number 3. 2nd and 7 for Bauxite at their 9. Again, they give it to number 3. That's Chelton Murdoch, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. Might have fallen forward for a yard, but not a whole lot more than that. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 7, or excuse me, at the 9. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down coming here for the Apache defense. If they can pin Bauxite deep in their own territory, your offense may get good field possession back. 3rd down and 7 from the 9-yard line.
Come on, defense.
Play clock within 10. Bauxite empties the backfield. This is going to have to come out quickly. It does. Screen pass complete to Murdoch, and he's going to be tackled, I believe, short of 1st down yardage. Picked up 3 or 4 on the play, needed 7, and I think it's going to be 4th down at about 3. Again, from this angle, that's the furthest you could be away from me on the game. Bauxite's not going to go for this, are they? 4th down and 2 from their own 14.
Look for the hard count, Steve, and that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they're trying to draw Pottsville offside. Still a lot of time on the play clock. 4th down and 2. Bauxite going for it deep in their own territory. Here comes the snap. Is it going to be a quick kick? Now they're going to run it to the right side, and the tackle is made near the line of scrimmage. We'll see where the official spots it. They're going to say it's down, and I think it's well short of 1st down yardage. Oh, I got to tell you, that was a riverboat gambling move by Coach Perry there, and the Apache defense holds on downs.
Well, Coach Perry that time, he got I don't know what his thinking was, but, Steve, I'm glad he thought that way, and I'm glad our Apaches held.
So how about that 57-yard boot by the Apache punter, pinning Bauxite deep? The Miners are stunted on 4th down. The Apaches take over 1st down at the Bauxite 14. How's that for flipping the field? Miller Mahan under center on the 1st down play. Pottsville leads at 19-7. The Apaches want more. Mahan on the keeper, turns it inside, makes one man miss as he falls down to the 10. May have got to the 9-yard line. Again, it's hard for me to see from here. Yeah, I did get to the 9, pick up a 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 9.
Yeah, Mahan once again, Steve, he is just so shifty when he's in that line. And like I said, he's just hard to find a handle, but good run by number 15, Miller Mahan.
Single fullback in the backfield for the Apaches is Tate Cobb on the 2nd and 5. They give it to Cobb straight ahead inside the 5 to the 4. Did he get any further than that? It's going to be 3rd and a yard from the 5. He needed to get to the 4, did not quite get there. You're probably going to have 2 downs to pick up this yard. Oliver making the stop for Bauxite. That was a touchdown saving tackle too, I'm pretty sure. 3rd and a yard for the Apaches at the Bauxite 5. Pottsville can pick up a first down without scoring. Mahan under center. 3rd down play coming. And the give is to the right side, but Bauxite had that red. I don't think that went anywhere. In fact, that might have lost a yard. It's going to be 4th and 3 at the 7. We might be going to the right a little too often. Bauxite kind of read that from the snap, didn't they?
Yeah, Steve, they are. And you keep running. Well, you run it until they stop you. But they stopped us, so let's do something different.
And here comes a big 4th down play here. 4th and 3 from the 7. Pottsville has to get to the 4. Toss to the right side, cutting it inside to the 3, to the 2. And I believe that's going to be a first down. The ball carried by Antoine Collins, and the official says, yes, that is a 1st and 10, a McNeely Plumbing first down for the Apaches. Nice running by Antoine Collins.
Well, Steve, it is, and you're talking about Collins right there. Steve, he just kept the momentum on the Pottsville side of the football with that first down.
Scoreboard says the ball is on the 5. That can't be right. You had to get to the 4 for the first down. So we're going to say 1st and goal to go from the 4. Under center, Mahan. Mahan keeps it behind the lead block. I don't think he got to the goal line, got down to the 2, maybe the 1.
No, he got tackled at the knees, Steve, and he dropped quickly.
Oh, okay. So no gain on the play. Shelton Murdoch making the play for Bauxite. Yeah, no gain on the play. 2nd down and goal to go from the 5. Pottsville leads 19-7. We're under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Well, you've had Pottsville with the ball most of the 3rd quarter, which is what you wanted, but the Apaches need to convert this into the end zone. 2nd and 5, 2nd and goal to go from the 5. Miller Mahan with the snap count. He's going right, turns it back in, cuts it into the 2, to the 1. Touchdown, Pottsville! An heirloom legal touchdown 5-yard run by Miller Mahan behind some very good blocking.
Yeah, Steve, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown in this game.
Pottsville stretches the lead to 25-7.
You know you got a running quarterback when you say that's his 3rd rushing touchdown in this game.
Caleb Turek on to hold for the point after attempt. Sutterfield is the kicker. The boot is on the way, splits the upright perfectly. And with 4:42 to go in the 3rd quarter, your new score, the Pottsville Apaches 26, Bauxite Miners 7. Back after this 30-second timeout.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
Pottsville leads this game 26-7, 4:42 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And Pottsville has only allowed the Miners 4 plays in this 3rd quarter. I couldn't have drawn it up any better for the Apaches, but still a long way to go. And the Bauxite Miners have a very, very high-powered offense. The Apaches in a good spot, but still have work to do. Will Sutterfield will kick off. Pottsville leads 26-7. 2 deep players back for Bauxite. Tony Fox is on the right side of the formation. On the other side of the formation, I believe, is Bryce Bearden. Bearden's going to get a chance for this one. Now it takes a sideways bounce. Fox had it, lost it, got it back, now returns up the right side. Gets across the 30 to the 34-yard line and then tackled at the 34 by the Apaches. Was that Austin Mullinax who made the hit? Was that 31?
I believe it was.
I believe Austin Mullinax with a special teams play, staying in his lane very nicely. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bauxite after the Roy's Heating and Air kickoff, covered well by the Apaches. Again, Bauxite without their college recruit, Marcus Wimberly. Has it made a difference? Probably. Pottsville leads 26-7, minor football, 1st and 10 at their 35. Their quarterback, Perry, rolls the pocket to the right, looks over the middle, has a man. That is complete to Cole Witherington. He's up the right sideline across midfield to the Apache side of the field to the 42-yard line. Witherington had single coverage. Pottsville kind of playing a deep umbrella there to not give up anything too deeply.
And we have an Apache.
Do we have
a football player down,
yeah.
a minor down, number 75?
Yeah, I believe for the Miners it's Gavin Graves, one of their offensive linemen, and he is hurting. We'll hope it's something simple like maybe he had the air knocked out of him, but their coaching staff and trainers out there in a big hurry.
Yeah, he was holding his ankle, but
they've got him at least where he's sitting up. But, yeah, he's holding his ankle, so quick prayer for the health of Gavin Graves, and we'll hope it's nothing serious. And he's up, walking off under his own power. Wonder if that might have been a cramp.
It could have been.
He is able to put at least some weight on that right ankle, and now he's putting more weight on it as he's getting confidence back in it. Will make it to the field unassisted under his own power. Bauxite will come back out after the timeout. They'll have a 1st and 10. Ball is at the Apache 41. Pottsville leads at 26-7 with 4:24 to go in quarter number 3. Minor offense sends 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide out to the right. No tight end on the line of scrimmage. Perry takes the snap, rolls left, under pressure, and he's going to throw it to me up in the stands. I was open but couldn't handle it. Mr. Mediano down there made a nice catch.
Well, Steve, I kept waiting for you to do the tip drill, man.
I'd have tipped it to you, too.
Because I was waiting to say Oski.
I'd have tipped it to you as well. One of the Apache cheerleaders down here on the left side of their or the right side of their formation almost took one upside the head. She was open, though. I mean, Perry saw that she was open. Actually, that's a smart play by their quarterback. He had nothing and was about to get sacked, and he airmailed it. Smart play by the freshman. 26-7, Pottsville with the lead. 4:18 to go in the third. 2nd and 10 coming for the Miners. Motion man comes right to left. Perry's going to roll this way. Has a man if he can get rid of it. Now under pressure, he's going to run to the near sideline. Good pursuit by the Apaches. Holds the play to a minimal gain. Perry's going to pick up 3, maybe 4, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Boy, there was some speed on display on that play, wasn't there?
Steve, there was. And, Perry, just a freshman, but, Steve, he is a great athlete and got a lot of speed.
Yep, you can see why the coaches like him. It's not just because he's the coach's son. The young man can play the game. He's got some speed to burn. 3rd down for the Miners at the 39 of Pottsville. Pottsville in a 3-man front. And they throw a screen. Intercepted by the Apaches. Boy, you can't play a screen better than that. The interception, the Apaches bring it back to the 40, and the Pottsville defense holds on down again.
I think it was number 40. I believe that was Tate Cobb on the Oski.
I think he just held up one big paw on the screen, and he grabbed it with one hand and pulled it in. What a nice play by the Apaches.
Well, Tate Cobb has had a great game tonight, Steve.
Now, that might have been a bit of a freshman play by the young man for Bauxite, but he'll learn. Pottsville had played that screen very, very well, and the Apaches take over with good field position at their own 39-yard line. Mahan pulls it, takes it to the right side, gets spun away, spins away from one man, tries to bring the ball back up the field. He's going to get tackled for a big loss at about the 32-yard line. Probably about the best thing that happened in that play is we kept the clock going. 3:40 to go in quarter number 3. Pottsville leads at 26-7. Pottsville has kind of gone almost exclusively to a running game here in quarter number 3. I think they've only attempted one pass, and that was the screen. They didn't execute it very well, but I wouldn't mind seeing a screen here. Play clock down to 7. And Bauxite jumps into the line.
Big number 79.
Jason Jackson wears number 79 for Bauxite. He is a prototypical nose tackle. He is a run stopper at the line, hard to move. But when you jump offside, it's pretty obvious who was there.
He jumped across the encroachment line, ref.
Yep, they're going to mark it off against Bauxite.
Yeah, the ref was looking the other way, and our Pottsville fans was reminding him.
The official explained to the Pottsville side. He said, I had that. I just looked the wrong way.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul. 5 free yards for the Apaches. So 2nd down and 17 turns into 2nd and 12. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the third. Pottsville with a 26-7 to lead. 2nd down and 12. Mahan back to pass. Blitz coming. It's picked up. Pass over the middle into traffic is going to be complete. The throw and catch to Jaden Harris. That's going to be a Pottsville Apache McNeely Plumbing first down.
Yeah, I was looking at Mom and Dad down there, and they got one of those big fat heads that they have for Jaden, and they're waving the big fat head, Jaden Harris.
38-yard throw and catch by the Apaches. Nice route right up the seam of the cover 2, and Harris picked it out of the sky and has a Pottsville Apache first down. And again, we flip the field to the Bauxite 27. Mahan under center on the first down play, reads it, pulls it, he's in trouble, and a good play by Bauxite. It looks like Bauxite has given Garrett Oliver the job of doing nothing more than following Miller Mahan. Looks like they're spying Mahan with Oliver because Oliver did not move at all on that play until Mahan turned it upfield. Now, I don't know enough about football to know what you do about that. Maybe try to run somebody in behind Oliver on a pass play and throw it over him, but he absolutely stood there till Mahan came his way, stopped the play for no gain. 2nd and 10 for Pottsville at the Bauxite 27. Counter give coming. Pottsville gets across the 25 to the 24 to the 23-yard line. Cobb, the ball carrier for the Apaches, on the fullback power straight ahead. Picked up 4 yards, maybe 5. 3rd down and 5 coming for the Apaches. This may be 4-down territory. What do you think, Brother Jim?
Steve, I believe it is, and we just would be nice to find that end zone one more time.
Well, the way Bauxite is selling out, running to the line of scrimmage, play fake and throw a fade route to the left side, it's going to be there. Now they come on the counter. Collins tried to cut it outside, and Bauxite was there waiting. 3 minor players. I said it was 4-down territory. I didn't count on losing about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah. Collins, that time he kind of hesitated, man. It just gave that quick defensive unit for the Miners time to find him and was tackled for a loss.
That's one of those plays where take what you can get. Don't try to dance around and bounce. Put your head down and go forward.
Yeah. Run downhill.
Yep. 4th down and 8. Well, what do I know? Pottsville showing that they're going to go for it on 4th and 8. 47 seconds left to go in the third. Big play here. Pottsville's converted a couple of times on 4th down, and we have an illegal procedure call on Pottsville. I think it might have been the wideout on the near side of the field trying to anticipate the snap count.
And Steven, he was gone. I mean, he was.
Yeah, they had no coverage on this side.
Yeah.
That would have been an easy touchdown to Harris. He was not covered at all, but took off too soon. The Apaches back up 5.
I think you line it up, and I think you do the same thing, especially if they keep that same defensive back on that right side.
4th and 13 from the 30. Have to get the ball down to about the 12 for the first down. Mahan takes the snap, looking over the middle, throws it over the middle, and it's going to be knocked away in the end zone.
I think the intended receiver was number 24,
Yep.
Eli Atkins.
Tried to get it to Eli, double coverage by the Miners in the middle of the field, and they did a good job. The deep safety did what you're supposed to do, which is get deeper than the deepest receiver, and then the safety closed on the ball to make the play. So the Miners hold on downs to keep themselves alive in this game. Pottsville leads 26-7. This will be the, I think, 6th play on offense for Bauxite in the third quarter.
And here's the hurry up, Steve.
And Bauxite sends trips to the right, one wide out to the left. Perry back to pass, going to look over the middle. Pottsville breaks that up. Penalty flag flies. Perry scrambling to the near side. I believe that penalty is going to be a hold. I think a guy in the middle of the Apache defensive line got pulled down by a minor blocker.
Yeah, I believe it was a holding, and that's what they're calling.
Yep. Well, it's got to be a pretty obvious hole that these old eyes see it. I was looking at the Apache player getting pulled down, and as he was being tackled, the flag was already flying in. Got to credit the white hat for that one. He saw that all the way. Well, the penalty will back the ball up. They call that illegal use of the hands, I guess, because it was only a 5-yard mark off. It's 1st and 15. Back at the 23. But it did negate about a 4-yard pickup. Perry, the quarterback, gives it on the sweep. Fox turning the corner on the right side. He's got some speed, driven out of bounds on the far sideline by Eli Adkins. He's going to pick up most, if not all, of that 15 yards.
Yeah, we've called his name a few times for the Bauxite Miners, but Tony Fox. That's a good football name.
Well, they got him out of bounds a little sooner than I thought. The pickup on the play was about 7, 2nd down and 8. Play went out of bounds, so the clock stops with 11 seconds to go in the third. This will probably be the last play of the third. 2nd down and 8. Bauxite having trouble getting lined up the way they want to, but they still have time on the play clock. They're shifting players all over the place. They got to come set again. They do. They get the snap off. Man circling out of the backfield on the wheel route. Scramble on the right side. Perry pulled it down on a smart play. He got out of bounds. I think he's going to be a little bit short of 1st down yardage at the 37. That play didn't take 11 seconds? Huh, okay.
You smell that? A little bit of home cooking on the clock.
Yeah. That play didn't take 11 seconds, did it? All right. So now 5 seconds to go in quarter number 3. It's 3rd down and 5. And I would assume Bauxite's got 2 plays to pick this up if they can. Apache showing single coverage on the near side against Fox. Back to pass is going to be Perry. Now he pulls it down. Nice tackle in the middle of field by Pottsville as the third quarter comes to a close. I don't know if he got to the 1st down marker or not. I actually think he may be about a foot short as we have come to the end of quarter number 3. Pottsville 26, Bauxite 7, back after this 1-minute timeout.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see and do things that will help change the world, that'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfield. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
The officials doing a nice job making sure they get this spotted just right. It's going to be 4th down, maybe a little more than a yard for Bauxite. They are at their own 38-yard line, I should say. They're at their own 38. They've got to get to the 40. 4th down and short. They'll go out of the shotgun. Snap to Perry. Penalty flags fly. Offside is going to be the call. I think somebody lined up in the neutral zone, Brother Jim.
I believe we did, so that's going to be that's their 1st down, Steve.
Yep. I believe Pottsville's nose guard was lined up over the ball. So Bauxite's going to get a free 5 yards and a 1st and 10. We had a really good look at it, and to be honest, I'm not sure there weren't a couple of Apaches lined up offside on that play. So Bauxite will have a 1st and 10. We are just underway in the 4th quarter. Pottsville out of a 3-4 defense. Blitz coming up the middle. Quarterback Perry rolls to the right, and he airmails it out of bounds in a smart play. Good hustle by Landon McNeely. He had Bauxite quarterback Elijah Perry in his sights. Smart play by Perry to throw that out of bounds and throw it far enough that it's not an intentional grounding.
Yeah, Caleb Turk was trying that time to tip it back in bounds to make somebody intercept it.
Not a bad idea.
No, not a bad idea by number 14.
2nd and 10. Garrett Oliver comes in motion right to left. Perry's going to roll to that left direction. Perry brings it down, throws it over the middle, has a man wide open. Ball is complete at the 40. That's Fox inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Tackle that time at big number 51 for the Pottsville Apaches, Steve. I believe that is
Graham. Sladen Graham.
Sladen Graham on that.
So Bauxite with a 1st and 10 on the Apache side of the field. They're at the Pottsville 30 on the first down. Good play by the freshman quarterback there. Perry rolls it to the right. Has a man complete on the near sideline. That's Fox again. He gets out of one tackle, brings the ball up the right side to the 12 to the 10-yard line. And I think that may be another first down for the Miners, and they're going in a big hurry.
They'll get lined up.
11:20 to go in the ball game. 26-7, Pottsville with the lead. Miners knocking on the Apache door. First down and 10 from the 12. Now they motion a man out of the backfield. Back to pass, pump fake. Throw is going to be out of bounds. Nobody home on that throw. Bauxite receiver wants some kind of penalty, but that ball was nowhere near him, and he was out of bounds. So ball falls incomplete. It'll be second down. 2nd and 10. Again, Bauxite can pick up a first down without scoring. Clock stops on the incompletion with 11:07 to go. 26-7, Pottsville leading. Bauxite knocking at the Apache goal line door. Counter give to the right side. Nice run to the 2, to the 1. Big tackle out of bounds. Did he get to the end zone? The ball carrier was Murdoch. I did not see a signal of a touchdown. There is a penalty flag back at the 15, and it's coming back anyway on a holding call. Shelton Murdoch absorbed a big hit on the sideline, and then all for nothing as it comes back on the holding call. That's got to be disheartening.
Yeah, Steve, it is, especially if you make a run like that, but they did catch that interior lineman. A little bit of tugging on the jersey.
11:02 left to go in this ball game. That play sure seemed to take longer than that. We've got some creative timing rules in Bauxite. I'll leave it at that. 26-7, Pottsville with the lead. Penalty will mark it off back to the 17.
Well, they start to work on a whistle, so there you go.
That's right. That's what it is. It's the old mining rules.
Yeah.
And now they're going to stop and discuss something. The white hat and the near side line judge. You suppose they could be talking about the timing?
I don't know if they're talking about the timing, but I think they might be thinking, those pretzels really look good down there. And maybe we want to get one of those pretzels. Hey, Coach Russ, what do you think about the pretzels?
Those pretzels did look good.
Cheese or no cheese?
Yeah, no cheese, I think Coach Russ says.
Yeah. No, Coach Russ would say cheese.
Well, he'd say no cheese for Glenn because Glenn's too fat as it is. So I'm not sure what the discussion is. I do suspect that Pottsville's coaches may be kind of asking some of the same questions we are. Some of these plays don't seem to be taking a whole lot of time. We're still not back underway, so I'm not sure what's going on here.
Kind of makes you wonder if it's the Baptist preacher keeping time in the press box.
Yeah. Hey, your new church building, do they have a gigantic clock on the pulpit?
Hey, listen, there is no clock anywhere in that church. I take my watch off when I preach, and I pull it off. I sit on the pulpit, and I say, you know what that means? Everybody will shake their head no, and I said, absolutely nothing.
Take your watch off and throw it to Mr. Duggar.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's all good. It's all God's time.
So it looks like they're going to back Bauxite up. That might have been the discussion. Maybe an incorrect spot after the penalty, but if that's the case, I had no idea. So it's going to be 2nd down and 15. The ball is at the 26-yard line. And now we're ready to get back underway again. Perry with a throw to the right side. It's going to be complete. Pass completed to Garrett Oliver. Good tackle from behind by the Apaches. And now the Bauxite side is screaming about a possible late hit about the Apaches, but I didn't see anything. Did you?
Steve, I didn't. And I know Coach Russ this week has talked to his players about those personal fouls because there's been a lot of things that's happened this year, and these guys are playing within themselves, and so I don't think it was a call at all.
3rd down and 10 coming after the pickup of 6. Motion man right to left. Perry back to pass. He wants the home run ball. Throws it into the end zone, and it is complete in the end zone for the touchdown on the blown coverage. Is there a penalty anywhere? I don't think so.
Yes,
I don't see one.
There is.
Yeah, there is a penalty flag down right on the minor sideline.
It is.
Did they get Bauxite for having too many people on the field, I wonder? Could be that's how the guy got so open. I wonder if that might have been a pick on that far side, too. Illegal procedure on Bauxite. Take the touchdown off the field, off the scoreboard. Thank you very much.
They heard you. They just took it off, Steve.
So Bauxite will back up 5 more yards on the procedure call. I don't know what Bauxite did that was nefarious, but it will cost them a touchdown and 5 yards. Third down and 24 now for the Miners. You know this is 2-down territory, though, regardless. Running back in the backfield is Murdoch. Perry's going to be back to pass. He likes looking over the middle. Now under pressure. Perry steps it up, steps around one, and then McNeely buries him from behind. I don't know if the quarterback, Perry, got back to the line of scrimmage or not. It may have got back to the 24, so it's not actually a sack. Pickup of 2, and it's going to be 4th and 24. And I suspect Bauxite may go to the end zone from here. Looks like the ball is at the 28-yard line on the 4th and 24. They can get a first down without scoring. Pottsville looking to hold on 4th and long. Apache show blitz, drop out of it. Perry back to pass, looking for the go route in the corner. The Apaches are there. Knock it away in the end zone, and the Apaches will hold on down.
Yeah, that was number 22, Colton Cole, I believe, for the Apaches defending.
And he did his job in that coverage. He got deeper than the deepest receiver. He didn't pick up anybody. That was zone all the way, and he dropped back to the perfect spot to knock the ball away.
Yeah, went up at that highest point, Steve.
That's right. What is that, the 4th time tonight the Apache defense has held on downs?
Yes.
Bauxite will turn the ball over to Pottsville. 26-7 Pottsville with the lead. The Apaches have it 1st and 10 at their 24-yard line. Mahan, the quarterback, takes the snap, gives it to the fullback, rumbling across the 30 to the 31 to the 32-yard line. Power for Tate Cobb, picking up good yardage for the Apaches. He's going to pick up almost 7 yards on the power, and Pottsville's going to take another 40 seconds off the clock, or however long the play clock goes. Now they reset it to 25 and start the play clock. So Miller Mahan will come to the line of scrimmage and kind of watch things for a minute. Now brings the offense set on the 2nd down and 6. Penalty flags fly on the snap. Things have gotten a little sloppy here recently. Pottsville called for the illegal procedure. But the illegal procedure on Bauxite cost them a touchdown. This will cost the Apache 5 yards, and perhaps even more importantly, is going to stop the clock. They do things kind of interesting on the homecoming dance here, too, Jim. I was listening to the discussion of that from the public address announcer. Their homecoming dance is actually tomorrow night.
Is it really?
Yep, they're actually doing it tomorrow night. And I think maybe that's a good way to do it.
Well, no sweaty football players.
There you go.
That eliminates that.
2nd and 11 for Pottsville. Toss sweep to the left side. Played well by the Miners. Good tackle made by Blaine Durer on the toss sweep. That was Eli Atkins, the ball carrier. He picked up about 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 coming for Pottsville. 8:40 to go in the ball game. 26-7 Pottsville with the lead. The play clock has malfunctioned. It's bouncing back and forth between 39 and 40. If I were Pottsville, I'd just stand there till they get the clock working right. Mahan on the option keeper, turns it upfield, makes one man miss, gets across the 38 to the 39-yard line. That looks like they're going to stop him at the 38. That's going to be close to first down yardage. They may have to measure this, or did he get there? 4th down and a yard. And the officials, I think, may want to measure this. The white hat signals for a timeout. I think Coach Rust would like to see a measurement. There is a timeout on the field. I'm honestly not sure why. Are they going to bring the sticks out? Well, I'm glad this is live stream. If this was radio, this would not be riveting radio. Pottsville coaches are asking the white hat for something. I don't know what. Now they're going to get the measurement.
Yeah.
I think they want a measurement all along. I could not have a worse angle on this, so we'll see where they stretch it out. It's going to be short, but just by inches. So it's going to be 4th down at about a yard. And I think Pottsville's going to go for this. Gutsy call here from your own 33 on 4th and inches.
Well, you get behind that big offensive line, Steve, and you got to get a push here.
And they give it to the fullback. I don't know that he got it.
It depends on where they spot it, Steve, but I know he went forward just enough, and it was inches.
Not a lot of forward movement. Pottsville says they have it. Bauxite says they stopped him. And
First
the
down.
official who counts says it is a Pottsville Apache first down, brought to you by McNeely Plumbing.
Well, Steve, I learned a long time ago, heard it called this game we love, the game of football. It is a game of inches, and once again, there you go.
By the way, I don't know if the Pottsville coaches have noticed this or not, but the play clock has quit working. The play clock hasn't moved the last 3. It's bounced back and forth between 40 and 39. The officials have signaled for it to start moving, and it's still sitting at 40.
Yeah.
Our Mahan, I just stand there for a while. Mahan takes the snap on the first down, counter give. Collins, this time he does turn it inside. Gets what the play had available to him as he gets out to the 39-yard line. I said that was Collins. I don't think that's right. I think that was Eli Atkins, wasn't it?
Yeah, number 24.
Yep. Eli Atkins, the ball carrier, will pick up 4 yards.
But Collins is the other back in the backfield right now behind our quarterback, number 15, Miller Mahan. And Collins is quick. My goodness. I'd like to see him break one.
And I see the white hat talking to Pottsville now saying, hey, the play clock is not working correctly. So that's not official anyway, I don't think. I think it's the referee that actually has the official timing. So now Coach Russ wants a timeout. He wants to come talk to the white hat about the play clock not working. And it hasn't worked for a number of plays. Now the white hat has caught up to it. So now they're going to say, well, we're going to keep this on the field, and that's all fine and dandy, but how does the quarterback know when you're starting to run down? I'm sure the official has to give him some kind of a time signal. And the reason I know it isn't working is because the angle I have, I'm looking right down at the play clock, and it's been sitting on 40, for at least 4 or 5 plays now. I will tell you that there are 7 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in this ball game. Pottsville has led it wire to wire. They lead it now 26-7. Boy, anytime you can get a conference road victory, it is a big deal at any level of football. Jim is up here resetting the timer on his iPhone, so we'll know how much time is on the play clock.
Well, I'm keeping official time, Steve. They just motioned to me. They said, they told me I will get a pretzel at the end of the game if I keep
If you do a good job keeping the time?
Yeah, that's it.
Set it at about 55 seconds and then on the play clock and then start the game clock. All right, 2nd down and 6 for the Apaches at their own 38. Pottsville leads at 26-7. Nice reversal of field, and hitting open field is Tate Cobb. Gets to the minor side of the field to the 41-yard line. Tackled by Garrett Oliver, who has played a whale of a game. But that is another Pottsville Apache McNeely Plumbing first down.
Steve, our official, Coach Lee, who keeps us up to date on all the calls. He's saying the back judge will be the one who keeps the time, and then he will also motion when 5 seconds are left.
Okay.
So, Coach Lee, thank you, sir.
Yeah, and I apologize, Coach. He may have texted that to me, but my phone is in use as a part of the official broadcast equipment. So,
Steve, I've got our fans back home cheering that I get a pretzel at the end of the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Notice he didn't offer to share it with me. 1st and 10, Pottsville from the minor 42. Mahan takes it, gives it to Cobb, powers his way to the 40-yard line, probably no further. An Apache lineman falls over late, but he tripped over a Apache player. Nothing evil happening there. 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. Pottsville leading 26-7. Thank you, Hootens, for picking Bauxite to win this game. By the way, speaking of Hootens, they have Pottsville ranked number 14 in the state in Class 4A, and I suspect with a road victory, that may get Pottsville up to the top 10, depending on what happens on games above ours. 2nd and 7 for the Apaches from the minor 39. Miller Mahan calls the offense set. He's going to give it again to Cobb. Cobb hit right in the middle. He's still fighting for yards. Initial hit by the Miners made by Bernie Fox. I suspect that may be Tony's brother. Gain of about a yard down to the 38, but even more importantly, the clock continues to run. We'll have 4 minutes and change left to go in the ball game after this third down play. 3rd down and 6. Wideout comes to the near side of the field, gets the thumbs up from the official. Mahan under center. The offense comes set. They fake the sweep to Collins. Mahan rolls left, has a pass complete to the 31-yard line. Nice throw and catch to Cobb on the wheel route out of the backfield. Play covered by Braden Ginn, but that's going to be close to a first down. It may, in fact, be a first down. We'll see where they spot it.
Steve, I know we'll have to talk about a player of the game, and there's several people we could talk about here when we get closer to the end of the fourth quarter, but Cobb, I'm telling you, Cobb has played a really good game tonight.
We're kind of thinking maybe Tate Cobb. Unfortunately, I don't have any official statistics. That is a first down, another McNeely Plumbing 1st and 10 for the Apaches. Mahan takes the snap, gives it to Collins. He's met in the backfield. Good play by the middle of the line. Noah Adams making the hit. Miners really selling out for the run here as Pottsville just happy to keep the clock going. We'll be under 4 minutes to go in the ball game by the time the Apaches snap this one on the second down play. Pottsville content just to hang on to the ball and run the clock as they lead this one 26-7 over the Miners. From the 31-yard line of the Miners, Bauxite puts 8 men in the box. Mahan under center. Pottsville has a slot right. Mahan reads it, turns upfield at the 30, inside the 25, back to the middle, at the 20, race to the end zone at the 15, the 10, the 5, put it on the board, yes! Pottsville with a touchdown!
Of course, now Miller Mahan, you know, he was our player a game last week, but man, what a run by number 15.
Miller Mahan with the Pottsville heirloom legal touchdown from 31 yards out. That his 4th touchdown of the night, I believe?
Rushing
touchdown. He's got to be up around 100 yards with that 31-yard carry. Will Sutterfield on to attempt the point after. Snap has got brought down. Kick is on the way, and it is good. 3:50 left to go in the ball game. Your new score, the Apaches 32, the Miners 7. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache.
Welcome back to Bauxite, the pit. 3 minutes and 50 seconds remain in this ball game. Miller Mahan with a 31-yard touchdown run by the Apaches. How he kept his balance in that play, I will not know. He had first down yardage, had been hit, bounced off the hit, kept going, and then it was a foot race to the end zone that you knew Miller was going to win. Point after was good. The Apaches lead is 33-7. Low line drive kick up the middle, fielded by Fox. Fox's return at the 35. Gets to the 36, dances away from one man. Now brings it up the left sideline and has one man to beat. This is going to be a race to the end zone for the Miners, and Fox is going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. There is a penalty flag on the play. Nope, that's the T. Darn.
Yep.
Phooey. Pottsville did not cover that very well.
Well, we had some missed tackles, Steve. We had some people in position, but, man, you got to give Fox credit, Steve. He is fast, and he makes a guy miss.
Yep.
And then when you make a guy miss, that can happen.
That's the speed. Makes the score 33-13. Pottsville still with a 20-point advantage. Now the Miners bring their kicker out. Kicker probably, there was having trouble getting the deep snapper on the field. Now he's there. Still plenty of time since we can't see the play clock. Now the Miners will attempt the point after. They're still missing guys. Bauxite brings on somebody else. Snap on the point after attempt is good. The kick is on the way, and it goes through the upright and is good. 3:35 left to go in the ball game. Your new score, Pottsville 33, Bauxite 14. We're back after this 30-second timeout.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
(33-14) Pottsville leading this ball game. Got to credit the Bauxite Miners. They're still playing hard to the end. That was a nice return for the touchdown for Bauxite to keep their somewhat slim hopes still alive in this ball game. I would assume an onside kick is coming here. Pottsville doesn't really have anybody deep. Kicker is Jordan Young. He'll hit it at the 40-yard line. Pottsville has every ball handler on the roster on the field at the moment. Bauxite showing that they're going to onside kick to the left. Now he may reverse it and come right. Nope, they're going left. Low line drive kick. Ball is loose. I don't know that anybody's recovered it yet. I think Pottsville finally got it, but that ball took a funny hop. Yeah, the Apaches have it. The official says it's Pottsville ball.
Number 33, Landon McNeely, Steve, came up with the onside kick.
Boy, that was quite a collision between McNeely and Ryan Haskins as they were both scrambling for that loose football, but Pottsville comes up with it.
Yep.
Bauxite can stop the clock 3 times if they wish. Pottsville leads at 33-14.
Steve, I have some, my family, it's on Pam's side of the family, but Carla Wright Graham and Judy Wright, Sheridan Young, they're sisters, but they are listening to her and watching our broadcast tonight, and they are Bauxite people.
Well, they're going to watch Pottsville come to the line of scrimmage with a 1st and 10. They give it to the first man through, which is the fullback. Cobb will be hit in the backfield. Cobb's probably going to lose a yard on the play. Now Bauxite's going to use their timeouts. I think Coach Perry was signaling for a timeout. Still a 3-possession game with 3:20 left to play. Yeah, timeout on the field called by Bauxite. 3:20 left to go. Pottsville leads at 33-14. Back in 30 seconds with more Apache football.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it because first is who we are.
Well, I said there was 3:40 left to go in the game, which did not make a lot of sense since there was 3:30 something before that last play. And they have reset the clock. It's now 3:25 remaining in the ball game. Pottsville will come to the line of scrimmage with a 2nd and 10. The Apaches on top. Bauxite can stop the clock 2 more times. Do you dare go to the air here? You have a single wide out on the left side of the field who is going to have single coverage. Toss sweep coming to the near side. And coming across midfield to the 49-yard line was the ball carrier Eli Atkins. Mahan on the toss sweep to Atkins. He'll get into Bauxite territory at the 49. It'll be 3rd down and about 7 with 3:10 remaining in the game. Bauxite does use another timeout, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
There comes a time in all of our lives when we need the help of legal services. Well, let Leah Jacobs at Heirloom Legal at 425 North Church Street in Atkins be your go-to when you are needing assistance. If you're needing a will or a trust, maybe you're helping an elder parent with Medicaid issues, or planning on opening a brand new business, maybe you have another legal need. Jacobs can help you plan your next step. That's Heirloom Legal, helping families build and protect their legacy through estate, elder, and business planning. Call 501-819-2553, and walk-ins are welcome.
Pottsville 33, Bauxite 14. This game is lengthened out considerably with the timeouts now being taken by the Miners. They can stop the clock one more time. It's 3rd down and 7. Pottsville sends a slot to both sides of the field. They'll have an empty backfield behind Mahan. And now the Apaches move Eli Atkins from right to left, now send him in motion. Mahan, the keeper, sees an opening, crosses 45 to the 40. That's going to be another McNeely Plumbing 1st and 10 on the carry by Miller Mahan. That may do it.
I believe it did. Of course, Miller's hobbling just a little bit. I think he got his ankle tweaked just a little bit on that play.
Yeah, it was kind of brought down by the ankle, so we'll hope he's all right. Now he's limping noticeably on the ankle. Boy, you hate to see that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be one of those things that you can wrap it up tightly, or maybe get him in the whirlpool.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, there you go. 2:40 left to go in the ball game. Pottsville leads at 33-14, 1st and 10 from the Miner 40-yard line. Counter give coming to the near side. Atkins got running room. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Pottsville! Eli Atkins with the 40-yard touchdown run. He'll be up close to 100 yards.
Steve, that's another one that you could talk about player of the game. Number 24 has had a great game as well.
Touchdown for the Apaches answers the kick return. Pottsville's lead is 39-14. Could make it 40-14 as Will Sutterfield is on to attempt the point after. Low snap, but they get it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. What a nice job by Caleb Turek getting the low snap up on the tee, and then Sutterfield booted it through. 2:26 left to go in the ballgame. Pottsville 40, the Miners 14. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Every one of us starts out as a wide-eyed recruit, myself included. If I could go back, I'd tell that kid, get ready. You're going to serve alongside some amazing people. They're going to become like family to you. And together, you'll see them do things that will help change the world. That'll change you. One day, you're going to look up and be a better you. And this nation will be better for it too. I'm General Dave Goldfein. Come join us. Your nation is waiting.
Pottsville 40, the Miners 14. The Apaches apparently are going to spoil the Bauxite homecoming. Nice of them to invite us.
Well, Steve, there was a time in the early years Pottsville got invited to every homecoming.
Yep.
But we have taken our licks along the way, and now we're able to give them back on somebody else's homecoming. So last week, Pottsville won on their homecoming against Mayflower, and we spoiled one tonight.
Kick by Sutterfield goes deep to the right side. Fielded at the 16-yard line, and this time the Apaches cover it much better. Return did not even make the 20-yard line. That was pretty kick coverage by Pottsville. I think the return man that time was Bearden, and he only picked up 2 or 3 yards. Stansel with the tackle for the Apaches. We'll hope Miller Mahan is not seriously hurt as he was limping after that last play. A lot of that could be just plain tired, too. He's played a whale of a ball game.
Boy, he has. They all have tonight, Steve.
40-14, Pottsville with the lead. 2:22 remaining in the ball game. Bauxite can stop the clock twice. Didn't they already call 2 timeouts? No, that's Pottsville that has 2. Well, they say Bauxite has 3. That's not right. Give is the backfield and a tackle made in the backfield for a loss of a yard, maybe 2. Was it Collins? Yeah, Antoine Collins making the stop in the backfield.
Yeah, he got there quick.
They gave it to Murdoch, and Murdoch had, as the old Motown song goes, had nowhere to run to. Clock is stopped momentarily for no reason, then they started again. We're under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 40-14, Pottsville with the lead. Now they're getting the play from the sideline with a check with me. Spread on this does matter, by the way, as one of the tie-breaking schemes in the postseason. Snap, back to pass, over the middle, and it's going to be complete at the 30-yard line. Across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Nice throw and catch, complete to Cole Wetherington. You can see why they like Elijah Perry at quarterback. He's got skills. Caleb Turek makes the stop. Clock stops to reset the down markers. 1:20 to go in the game. Pottsville leads 40-14. Back next week, Pottsville will be at home, so it won't be a homecoming game. They'll take on CAC. Another potential battle for first place. Pass to the right side is going to be complete to Hoskins. Hoskins gets across the 45 to the 47. Yeah, who do we have as player of the game, Jim?
Well, that was Logan Tato on that tackle. Hey, good seeing you. Be careful going home. Steve, man, there's many people we could call tonight. Man, Miller Mahan, 5 rushing touchdowns?
Four at least. Yeah, and then over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Way over 50% completions. Flanker screen coming to the left side, complete to Murdoch. He'll go up the left sideline, get driven out of bounds just short of the Apache 40. I still got to go with Miller Mahan, though.
Yeah. Eli Atkins, number 40, Tate Cobb. My goodness, I mean, there's been so many good plays. We had a couple of guys with some interceptions tonight, but man, it's hard not to go with Miller Mahan.
Well, and the Pottsville defense only giving up 7 points to the high-powered minor offense.
Yeah.
Pass complete on the left side to Fox. Fox makes one man miss and then driven out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Miners.
Number 18 for Pottsville was the one saving the touchdown.
Kagan Jones with a nice tackle. Jones with a nice ball game tonight.
Yeah.
He had the tip on the tip drill where the Apaches got the interception. I'm not sure the defense doesn't deserve to be named player of the game.
Can we do player of the game, defense, and Miller Mahan?
I got to go one or the other, I'm thinking, Jim.
All right.
Hey, it's our broadcast. We'll do what we want. Defense, player of the game, co-players of the game, the Apache defense, and Miller Mahan, the quarterback. It's our broadcast. We can do what we want.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
What do you think, Justin? Yep. You hold a team. The defense only gave up 7 points. The other 7 came on a kick return. You hold a team like Bauxite to 7 points on their own field. Yeah, you've done something. You deserve some recognition.
On homecoming.
On homecoming. Bauxite has the ball at the 8-yard line with 20 seconds left to go.
But the fan of the game is Amy Rust. The fan of the game is Amy Rust.
So. Elijah Perry back to pass. He's going to be sacked.
We really had a lot of fans, Steve, around us tonight. It's kind of rough to broadcast, but, man, I couldn't think of a better way and a better place to broadcast.
And as time expires, your final score, the Pottsville Apaches defeat the Bauxite Miners by a score of 40-14. Your Tyson Valley Distribution Center postgame show begins now as Pottsville wins it 40-14. The Apaches remain undefeated in 4A play. What is this now, the sixth win in a row for Pottsville? They lost the opening game at Elkins and have not lost since and win this one 40-14. We'll come back on the postgame show brought to you by Tyson Valley Distribution Center after this 1 minute timeout.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pod. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Apaches give their all on the field, Tyler Riley at River Valley Realty goes the extra yard for you. Experienced, dedicated, skilled, and ready to tackle your real estate goals head on. So when you're ready to make a move that's a guaranteed touchdown, don't fumble that opportunity. Connect with Tyler today, 479-970-5079. Again, that's Tyler Riley at 479-970-5079. Let's go Apache.
Pottsville wins it 40-14 and remains undefeated in the 4A conference. Your postgame show brought to you by Tyson Valley Distribution Center. We appreciate their sponsorship of Pottsville Apache football. I had a sneaking suspicion Pottsville could win this game, but 40-14, Jim? Wow.
Steve, it was an impressive road win in this 4A conference and against a really good Bauxite Minor team on their homecoming night. So hats off to Coach Russ and the Pottsville Apache players.
Pottsville Apache defense set the tone for this game early on. Bauxite received the first offensive possession of the ball game, and on their first play from scrimmage, they hit a long pass up the left sideline, got it down to the Apache 19, but then the defense stoned them on fourth down. Took the ball back. Pottsville moved it the length of the field from there, scored the first touchdown, and the game was never close from there. I tell you what, I thought Pottsville could win it, but boy, 40-14. Miller Mahan, like he had 4 rushing touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing, made well over 50% of his passes. Pottsville Apache defense, well, we gave them our player of the game. They played well enough. Now, I will say that Marcus Wembley was not here, but I don't know that he makes a 26-point difference in the ball game or not. Might have been a little closer, but then again, maybe not. We'll never know.
Yep.
Pottsville wins it 40-14 as the Tyson Valley Distribution postgame show continues. And back home again for the Apaches, they'll take on CAC in another battle for first place. Till somebody beats Pottsville, everything's a battle for first place, Brother Jim.
Well, it is, and so right now, Pottsville, man, we're out front. And so, Steve, we just got to keep the momentum one game at a time, one play at a time. But hats off, man. What a great victory tonight. Let's enjoy it.
Brother Jim, we appreciate your work tonight.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Justin Smith produced tonight's broadcast. Ray Garcia was our camera operator, bringing you the good shots of the ball game. My name is Stephen Glenn. Again, the final score, the Apaches win it 40-14. Thanks for your time this time. Till next time, so long, everybody.